All righty. What's going on, fellas? God bless all you gentlemen. This is Batman Beyond 644's Revenge. And first off, I want to apologize to all you guys for the slight delay. I had laundry to do, and then I was getting my taxes done. So, I kind of wanted to knock those things out. I'm not 100% done with the taxes, but I'll be almost done once I get a couple more things. And then I have laundry running. But today, we have a very special guest, Jerrell. Jerrell has been in the comments section since I've been starting my channel. I met Jerrell through Renegade, and I hung out with Jerrell in real life, so plenty of times. So it's an absolute honor to do this serious discussion with him. And please like, share, and subscribe this stream. And let's get going. Jerrell, welcome, man. This is a long overdue. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good, bruh. Pretty good. Like I said, this is, a once, a long overdue. We've been saying that, we was gonna do this, but now it's finally here. And yeah, I'm just very excited to be upon abroad, bruh. I want to send my condolences again to Renegade number one, because without Renegade, me and Batman Beyond right here, we would have never met. It was actually through Renegade One that we met and shit. And yeah, it's about to be 2 years since he's transitioned. So yeah.
Yeah, March 1st. Yeah, March 1st will be the 2 year anniversary of his a sudden passing, suddenly. Rest in peace to him, and condolences to him and his family. It's crazy how 2 years have almost passed by. It'll be March 1st, everybody. Um, the 2 year when Renegade passed on. So definitely keep him in our prayers, and he'll always be in our hearts forever. And like Jerrell said, without him, we wouldn't have met in real life. So definitely shout out to him. So Jerrell, let's get this started. So what brought you to you know these spaces, and if you want to give everybody a background about yourself, spill the beans, brother, and share what you are comfortable to share.
Alrighty. Well, obviously it's me, Jerrell. I'm from NC, been here
Jerrell, you are lagging out, brother. Oh shoot! Give me a second, fellas.
been a
Hey, Jarrell,
yo, can
you
me?
were
Hello?
Borging. You were Borging for a minute, bro. You were
Okay,
Borging.
okay. What about now?
Perfect. Start
Okay.
over.
Okay. So yeah, I come from a, military background. I was a military brat. I've traveled, lived everywhere and whatnot. And I'm just get straight to the point. So what brought me in these spaces, is I've always been, a critical thinker and a free thinker. And I've always, just thought things through and never thought like anybody else around me, from, close friends to family and all that. Then obviously, with previous relationships with different, women, um, former homies. So yeah, the red pill, it's well to me it can be, a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? Because once you see it, like you can't unsee the unsee. Okay. But it's just the way you go about dealing with the truth, and every man's different about how they approach certain things like this.
All righty, and speaking of military background, your father was in the military. Thank him for his service. Um,
Yeah.
of course, I did.
27 years, my friend. 27 years,
Yeah,
my friend.
yeah. If 3 was enough for me, the 3 years was like, yeah, get the hell out. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah. Shout out to your dad, and I met Jarrell's father. He's a very smart person, a very smart man, great father. Raised Jerrell very good. So I just wanted to, mention that out there. But now talk about relationships. If you want to share that personal information to everybody, how did those relationships go?
Man, it was, pretty, you know, rocky, like anything else, when you're dealing with, uh, family things, dealing with women and whatnot. Like I said, I've always been the one that's just been more so on the black sheep side. So meaning that, I never like followed the narrative of what it means to be a certain way. So, it was kind of tough at first. Growing up, I had a very bad speech impediment to which, I got shitted on by, some of the majority, but, through work and through, the Most High's understanding, I've overcome that. I still do it from like time to time, but, um, I had to really dig deep into myself to discover, who the fuck am I? And, I'm not gonna allow certain circumstances to dictate how my life should be. You know what I mean? And then just a lot of obstacles, a lot of overcoming adversity. And yeah, and now I'm in the space now where it's like, the ball is in my hand, like I'm in complete control of my destiny of what I do. And I still got a long way to go, but I feel like the knowledge I have like right now as we speak, like I'm definitely rich in knowledge, like you always said, like, yeah, like we may not have, the wealth right now, but we are like rich in knowledge as far as like, knowing what's going on out here in this world.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely have to be rich in knowledge. That's very important because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have the wisdom, you don't have the understanding of what's going on around you, then you can really mess yourself up. Um, it's really good as a man to seek knowledge out there and read and just experience life so you can say to yourself, okay, this is for me. Okay, this is not for me. And that's what life is about, man. It's a marathon. It's not a race. I encourage brothers to take their time and just relax, man. Don't let this life stress you out. It can be crazy sometimes, but don't let it stress you out. Um, Control the things that you can control, if that makes sense. What do you think about that, Jarrell, as a young man? Because how old are you?
I just turned 25. I turned 25 uh like 2 months ago. Funny how time's going by fast. So on December 5th, I turned 25.
All right, that's what's up, man. What do you see for the future of young men coming up that are in high school, middle school right now? I want to ask you that. What do you see happening in the future, in your opinion, in regards to young
Uh,
men? Do you see them waking up, or it's kind of a mixed thing?
I feel like it's a mixed thing because now, um, like I've always said, guys are being more, critical and free thinkers at a, higher rate. Because like I said, now me, I was already on the deep shit like back in like middle school, so like around like seventh, eighth grade. I mean, so but now, with technology being more, advanced and whatnot, it's a pro because guys can, uh wake up and finally see the, reality out here. But then you got other guys where it's like they understand what's going on, but they choose to still be ignorant because the raw reality can hurt. Like the raw truth at a certainty can like really, really, really hurt to the point where they say, man, listen, like I rather not even like know about this shit because it's just they've been indoctrinated for so long for like 20 years of education, religion, and then all that to follow a certain philosophy. So when they get challenged with something else, it's like it's like a culture shock, like, oh shit, like what the fuck? But me, I say, hey man, listen, like I've always been about truth, right? And then just doing things the way I want to do things. So, it's gonna be a little mixture between guys are gonna wake up more and then some guys just they're they're either gonna be very ignorant or they just choose not to see what's going on in their face.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Yeah, some guys are waking up, and some guys just don't. Some other guys are like, who cares? You know what I mean? So some guys just
Yeah,
don't care. They're very comfortable in where they're at. You know, it's just like you're very comfortable eating pizza, burgers all the time. Tastes good, but you don't
but it's
understand that
fucking
you're
you
hurting
up.
yourself. Yeah, it's fucking
It's
you
fucking
up
you up.
in the long run. So again, guys have the choice to believe what they want to believe, and that's totally fine. But in certain circumstances, if you know that something isn't right and you continue to just, let things sit, just let it, spread, then eventually it's going to get you. It's going to catch up to you, and it's not going to be a good feeling. So, in my opinion, I encourage guys to seek truth and at least see shit. You know what I'm saying? At least see the truth. You don't have to accept it. That's up to you. Truth is truth, no matter what. It don't matter how you
Yep.
dissect it. Truth is truth. You know.
Reality is reality. Like, well, like you always say, now we can say what we want, we can do what we want, but at the end of the
Hmm.
day, it's about the results.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. The R word is all about the results, and that's what it comes down to. The results. I had conversations with dudes on certain topics. Um, we don't agree on certain things, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's all about the results. Because again, I live by four principles: logic, common sense, reality, and practicality. I'm all about what was simple. I'm all about conserving my energy, uh, saving money, putting more money in my pocket, less stress. I like things to be simple and easy. If that makes sense. What do you think about that sentiment about life? Like being simple instead of making it harder than what it has to be. Because as human beings, we make life harder than what it has to be. We make it complicated.
Yeah, man. You're right because again, us men, like we're expected to, achieve the highest things possible. You know what I mean? Like, we're already, tools to society. Like we build damn near everything in the world, from houses to asphalt in the hot ass sun, to fucking shoes, to toothpaste, to peanut butter. So, we put in all this work, like work, 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 hustle, 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 right? Not realizing, like, damn, bro, like we're still human beings, because if you just hustle like your whole life, so say if you're working, like 3 or 4 jobs or like 5 jobs, right? Yes, you're hustling, but now you don't have time for yourself. Or if you don't got a job and you ain't got no money, then it's like, well, like what are you doing? So area so everything has to have a good balance. I'll say that. But for men, men is just like, especially as like a black man, it's like, hey, like you're you're on your own. You are on your own. Like you gotta just figure this shit out because no one's gonna do it for you. So
Yep. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Um, you're right. Yeah, men built a lot what's going on today, and unfortunately, you see, people want to say, okay, yeah, social media has an impact on certain things, but I'll say it like this, right? For example, money is not bad in itself, it's how it's used. Technology is not bad by itself, it's just how it's used. All the material things that we have today on the planet, I know that some people say, "Oh, this is bad. This is bad." Now, drugs are bad, of course, but I'm just talking about like the agenda by the things that people use. What do you think about that? Because technology is not bad at all. It's just how are people using it? Are they
Right,
using it for
right.
good or they're using it
Yeah,
for bad?
right. If you know, if if you're using tech tech technology to figure out how to get a, a skill, a trade, or how to get some money, then yes, it's very good. But if you're using technology, to I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna say it, brother, because like you already know how I get. If you're using it to, watch porn, to watch OnlyFans, to watch X videos and Pornhub, then that's very bad. So it just depends on, like, what are you using it for?
Amen. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Because OnlyFans was built by a man, like all of these, porn sites, and then even down to the, down to certain clubs like the strip club, that's built by a man too. So it's just, we have to take full account on
Yeah,
who we're blaming. Like everyone plays a part. It's just like, you know, nobody.
it's not a thing of we. It's that
y- y-
individual
y-
that
Yeah,
started
right,
the strip
right,
club.
right.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
men in general,
yeah.
because most men today are good people for the most
Hmm.
part. It's just certain people at the top that have control of they get in control of certain positions that make bad decisions that affect everybody.
Right,
That's what
right.
it is.
Yeah.
So it's nothing of us as men because we weren't born at the time, so we have no control of that.
Mm, yeah, you're right. Is just, there, which I don't think it's never gonna happen because everybody want to feels like, they are right. Like nobody wants to be wrong, but there needs to be a healthy conversation, and then just taking in all different perspectives on everything, and then just having that understanding, and then figure out other solutions to
You see,
concur what's going on in this world. 'Cause there's a lot of shit going on out here
here's the
that
thing
people.
about perspectives, right? Yes, on certain things, but on things that's very common sense, I don't think you can really look a, a retrospective. I'll give you an example. I don't think there should be child support. I don't
Mm,
think that certain people should be getting food stamps from our tax dollars. I know some people will have respect. Well, Batman is helping people. I'm like, here's the thing about that though. But whose dime is it coming off of? Yeah, it's helping
yours,
them,
yours, out
but
of,
it's coming off my
yep,
tax dollars. So I
out of
don't
your
believe that.
tax money.
I believe that everybody should be self sufficient. Now I understand that, some people get caught up in bad situations, right? Now there's some things that you can do. You can join the military. You can go to a job corps to help you get a job. You know what I mean? And when it comes to tough situations, I put that on the parents
Mm,
because you have couples they're having and Drew, I want to ask you about this. You having couples bringing children into this world of poverty, a world of hatred, a world of agony, a
and,
world of distress, and we didn't ask to be here. Now I'm grateful to live. You know what I'm saying? I lived a good life so far. Hopefully, I'll live another 50 years. But you have
and
parents today, they're bringing children into shitty situations to where it looks like they can't bring themselves from the bottom up. What do you think about that?
oh yeah, I'm a definitely marinate on this one, and I'm gonna touch on this one, and then it's just like, bruh, like you. hit it right on the nose because again, like, we didn't ask to be here. Like we're here because our parents conceded, right? They had sex and then boom. Now they brought you here in this world, knowing what this world is. Like they brought you in this chaos world. They brought you here knowing that, hey, you know what? My son or my son or daughter, right? They're gonna have to, work for the rest of their lives, right? They're gonna have to endure, certain pains and struggles that this life brings. So then you gotta ask yourself, well, damn, like, like why would you like bring me here knowing what's out here? But again, because of desires and society's expectations. Because people think that, oh, well, like life is this way and whatnot. But if you look at it from a realistic standpoint, it's just like, nah, my nigga, like it's really, treacherous out here. Like you got people on drugs, you got niggas killing niggas, like you got, women selling their body to make the money, right? Like it's really wicked out here. But you made that decision to bring your children in a world like this because and again I'm not knocking for people's belief systems but because of of what Jesus and Allah said, right? So we have to, and I'm not saying like you can't have kids, but understand what you're doing, like take account of everything, both the very good and the very bad of this world, and then you got to make that clear decision on what you want to do, because either way you have it, the minute you bring them here, that's when it starts. That's when the indoctrination starts, right? So you go from daycare, and then if so preschool, and then elementary, then middle school, then high school, and then even college, and then so that's about 13 years or 16 years of programming and indoctrination. You know, so again, it's a choice, but and I'm also say this too, where it's like technically speaking, we don't owe our parents anything because they chose to bring us here, right? So if you have kids and whatnot, you got to give them everything, the necessary essentials to survive out here because
I
you
agree with
made
that
yeah,
statement. Go ahead.
because you made that decision, bro. Like you chose to fuck, right? And then boom, baby's here. So yes, you got to give them everything because they're gonna have to survive in this chaos world. And one thing about the game, bro, the game never changes. It's just the players do. Like the game's gonna be the game, regardless. It's just the players are different.
Now, you said a lot there, and what I want to add to that is that, and when it comes to children, yeah, you got some people that generally want to have families. Okay, cool, but from what I'm seeing today, people are just having kids for the fuck of it, for the sake of it, for social validation. They want to be accepted by everybody. They want to prove their child is better than the other person's child. It's just selfish reasons. And then I've been called selfish before because I'm not having kids. In case y'all didn't know, I will be getting a vasectomy this year, and I was being told that I'm selfish for doing that. And my response to that person that called me selfish was, well, to me, I think it's selfish to bring a child into poverty in a family full of chaos, drugs, alcoholism, um, a family that has incest, rape, sexual assault, all that. That's more selfish than guys like us. And I'm asking a question about kids and family and all that. Than a guy like me that's like, you know what? I see what's going on. None of these women, to me, in my eyes, are good enough to be mothers. They're all whores and sluts. So you know what? I'm just gonna save my seed and just just be by myself. So I'm gonna ask you this, Jerrell: will you get married and will you have kids? Yes or no? Yes and why? Or no and no why?
As of right now, as of right now, me being young, me knowing what's out here, no sir, no sir. I know too much, and from previous, relationships like myself, and then alongside with other friends and family members, I'm like, hey, bro, like, no, 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 sir, no, sir. But the my biological nature as a man is still gonna like reproduce and whatnot, right? And then you know how life is just life. But I will fight very hard to make sure that shit doesn't happen. Because again, bro, like I know too much about how things operate in this world where it's like, yeah, I just no, I just rather, get my money, build my business, travel the world, and deal, with multiple women from different races and whatnot. Because again, you know, society has painted this picture perfect rainbowish world, thinking that everything is sweet and whatnot, when that's really not the case. Like, I'm not saying that all life is bad, but you have to look at things, you know, from a realistic standpoint. So that way you don't get taken advantage of. I'm not saying not to enjoy your life. I'm not saying not to do what you do, but just be super aware of what's going on. So prime example, you go to places like Philly, bro, like Philly, like you gotta be on 10 toes every single day. Like you gotta be super sharp because that's just the environment. Like it's literally, survival of the fittest out there, bro. Like every fucking day. That's just what it is in our communities, you know? It shouldn't be like that, but that's just the game. That's just the cold-hearted truth. So if you don't have
Can,
this knowledge, then you're gonna be fucked.
can I ask you this?
Go ahead.
Why don't you want to get married? And we'll definitely stay on the and we definitely know about Philadelphia and its bag, and that's very obvious to everybody. But what are the reasons why you don't want to get married?
Uh, because of, the court system. The court system is always gonna, benefit the women, first because, she's a female, and then the man always gets the shitty of the stick because you're a man, so it's like you have
You're fading out. Go ahead,
hear me now.
Jerrell.
Yo,
Go
yo,
ahead.
can you hear me now? Go ahead, now. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The court system is always going to be in her favor, you know. So that's why.
Is there another reason?
And then, just that, and then based on how women are, like, well, the modern women nowadays, it's literally like they feel like they don't really need a man to survive. So it's like, hey, like I'm a bad bitch. I'm gonna get mines. I don't need that nigga, and I'm out for female. Da 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 da. So what's the purpose? And that's another reason why too. So those are the two main reasons
Oh,
why I'm not gonna do it. But understand, you know, this is the current condition of the world we live in. There's no if, ands, and buts about it. It's just what it is. Like it don't matter if it's here in the US or overseas, it's everywhere. Because guys all often have this attitude like, oh well, if I go here or there, then life's gonna be better. Like, no, 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 no. Like it's still gonna be some shit going on, just in a different culture and a different language, but it's still the same concept. I'm not saying but still have
Jerrell, you're breaking up.
yo. So
Perfect. Go
what about
ahead.
now?
Yes,
Damn, I got shitty
I can
connection.
hear you. Yeah. You need to get a different
I
internet
got shitty
provider.
connection. Like, hey, like
Go
we still
ahead.
gonna work this through. But like what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
even overseas, it's still the same thing, but just in a different culture and in language. You
Same
feel
thing
me?
as in what? Can you explain?
The same issues that we have here in America, it's still gonna be the same thing over there. Now they might treat you a little bit better,
As in what? What issues?
like poverty, uh drug infestation, well,
Actually, yeah. There are some countries that do that are poor countries, but the guys that move over there, they haven't. They live like kings over there. So what I'm basically
yeah,
saying is,
yeah.
I definitely hear what you're saying, but it just depends on what you want. Because if you're, because like I'll use myself as an example, right? I'm thinking about moving overseas in the future because there's more money and the food tastes better, is healthier for you, is a better culture, better people, better attitude. Do people do some fuck them shit in other countries? Yes, but overall, it's about your comfortability. Because I'll be honest with you, people in the United States are pieces of shit for the most part. I
Hmm.
just gotta be honest with you.
Because
Other
this
cultures,
is
like the Asian cultures, they are better human beings than people in the United States for the most part.
oh yeah,
I got to be honest with you.
because here, bro, this is a capitalistic, country where hey, it's all about me and mine's. Fuck you. Like I gotta get mine. Da 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 da. Yeah, like it's very grimy and cutthroat here versus other countries. Like you'll still have that, but it won't be at the rate like this. You feel what I'm saying? Because here is hey, listen, like you gotta, you know, get your weight up here, or if not, then you gonna get left behind.
At the same time, though, I understand that the U.S. mindset of get means and minds because there's some people out there that they try to help people. I mean, I try to help folks, but some people didn't want to take it. Because my thing is, every man should be self sufficient. That's why I tell guys to get trades so you can make good money, stack your money, so you can invest in crypto, invest in stocks, bonds, invest in real estate, so you can have multiple streams of income coming. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get on dudes that waste their time on bitches and bullshit when they can be using that money to invest in themselves. You see what I'm saying? This is where logic, common sense, and reality and practicality comes into play. And and I'm gonna get your opinion on it. I just wish that guys will stop focusing on trying to get love and all that stuff. Stop trying to get loved by everybody. Stop trying to get validated by everybody. Stop seeking approval in general and start looking themselves in the mirror and asking themselves, am I where I am I in a good place? Am I where I want to be right now? Am I at the right level? That's what guys should be asking themselves. But to me, I gotta be honest with you, a lot of guys would waste or throwing their lives away over stupid shit, dumb shit. What do you think about that? Because you know, because again, me, you, and others in the chat, shout out to you guys. We see things, we see reality for what it is. But you got some guys, they are throwing away because we're not promised tomorrow. They're throwing away years of their life trying to please people, trying to impress people, seek approval from people that are pieces of shit. When our attitude should be, fuck what you motherfuckers say. I'm gonna get mines. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to survive. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that nigga. Fuck these people's opinions. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to survive. Because at the end of the day, I'm a man. This society hates me. They want me to fail. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do to succeed, no matter what it takes. And if a motherfucker gets in my way, then hey, there might be some blood on my hands. It is what it is. What you think about that? Beta male police being indifferent is key. There we go. Oh, Jerrell, we can't hear you. You're so low. Well, while he's getting his mic fixed, I'm yeah, fellas. We gotta be selfish, not be an asshole, but we gotta look out for ourselves, man. There's money out here to be made, believe it or not. You just gotta want it. You gotta want it bad enough. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! And while Jerrell's getting his stuff fixed, I'm gonna read some of the chats. I'm a Doom Gaming. Salute to you, brother. Fuck society, definitely, man. Shout out to you, brother. JJ Diesel Cowboy, what's up, man? Nerd guy, what's up, brother? Jeremy Warner, you always been there since the beginning. Certified Curry Cell, what's up, my brother? Salute to you. Lenny, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I've never seen you before. Shout out to you, Sigma Rodman. What's up? What's up? The Bay Mill Police always spending some facts and knowledge in the chat as always. Dan Patrick, what's up? Welcome. Focus. What are your thoughts on Transmax? And I'm considering it as my life is horrible. Hey, Focus. Here's the thing. I don't know if you're serious or not. I'm not trying to say that you're joking. Here's the thing about that, right? Turning yourself into a woman, and you can never turn yourself into a woman because you are a man. I just gotta be honest with you, man. You gotta grow some fucking balls and go through the storm like every other man has. I just gotta be honest with you. And you're saying that I'm 5'5" ethnic, got laid off, it's over for me, bro. Listen, there's other people that got laid off. You just gotta get back up and start, using those survival instincts to get back on your feet, man. But turning yourself into a woman, that's not gonna get things. It's not gonna do anything. And to be and it's up to you. You can do what you want to do, but turning yourself into a woman, that's just, what is that accomplishing? Like, it's up to you, man. But doing that is not going to do anything. More men are going, and Drew, I see that you're coming back. More men are gonna be transmac due to the lack of dating options. You can't escape it. Well, here's the thing, Focus. Well, guys better stop acting like a bunch of pussies and stop caring about these hoes and start getting their fucking money and stop wasting y'all time on this relationship stuff. That relationship stuff is beta as fuck. Niggas get into relationships today, they're just wasting their money, barely getting sex, and they're getting cheated on anyway. But hey, you niggas can do what y'all want. If y'all don't waste y'all time on these fucking pieces, on these worthless bitches, y'all go ahead. They ain't shit. Dudes are turning themselves into females because they can't get hoes. That's just fucking pathetic. But y'all can do what y'all want. I really don't. Hey,
Yo,
do
can you
what
hear me
y'all
now?
want. I can hear you perfectly.
All right, cool. All right, bet. Cool. But yeah, man. This life shit is really up to you. Like for what you want to do. Like no one's gonna push you there. Like you gotta like really want this shit for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I want to ask you this, Jerrell. Sorry to get off topic, but what do you think about one of the commenters, Focus? He said he wants to become a woman because he said his life sucks. And while you were fixing yourself, I told him that, bruh, you gotta grow some balls and go through the storm like everybody else. He said he got laid off. He's 5'5". He's not getting women. And what I told him was, bruh, fuck the women. Fuck that. Saw that you lost your job, but you got, use your survival instincts and try to get back up on your feet.
Hey, man, like you better, apply. Hey, listen, apply for another job. I mean, like me, I applied 714 times for a job, and then everybody was complaining at me like, "Hey, like, why'd you do that?" I said, "No, because I really wanted that fucking job, bruh. Huh? Like, I really wanted it, and now, I started off from, doing garbage, for where I work at, and then now I'm in, an office setting. It wasn't overnight, but I had a clear vision of like where I want to go,
So again, if you're considering turning yourself a woman, it's like, okay, first off, like you're still a man, like regardless, like you can, do what you want to do, but you're still a man, and yeah, you know, but
Yeah, and Jerrell, because what's going on is that you're going to see this more often. There's more guys that because they don't get approval by people in society, they don't get women, they're going to start turning into women to be loved and accepted. What do you think about the rise of that? Because that's coming. Shout out to A. LaRue, he predicted
man,
that.
guys,
There's going to be young men turning into women so they can be accepted. I mean, here's the thing: they can do what they want to do. I don't partake in any of that. That's dumb to me. Because I'm just going to say, in my opinion, if you're a grown ass man trying to seek validation from people, like you really need to check yourself. Grow up. Like we're not in
yeah,
high school
yeah,
anymore. We're not in
guys,
middle school
guys,
anymore.
guys,
Try to be homecoming king and homecoming queen and prom king and
yeah.
prom queen. Man,
Your main
grow up,
goal,
bro.
your main goal as a man is to survive. Period. Like get your game up, like get your money up. Like you don't have to, do what everybody else is doing. Just get you some money. Like get you some money, work a few jobs, or if not, still join the military. But your main goal is to survive as a man. You don't need a woman. You don't need a family out here to survive. No, 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 no. You come first.
I'm out of the game, man. Why are you hating on me? You should be happy for men finding a way to escape this horrible society we live in. Dude, change yourself into a woman. You're still gonna live in society. I'm not hating on you, bro. I'm just telling you the truth. Like changing yourself into a woman to seek approval, validation. That's weak. That's just weak
Very.
shit. Again,
That
you
is
can do what
very
you want
weak.
to do.
So like
I don't hate you. Go ahead,
like
Jarrell.
you're gonna give up your own, like, hold on. So you're gonna give up your own manhood and masculinity to be a woman? Hell no. No, 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 no. That I can't respect that, bruh. I'm sorry. I can't.
And again, we don't hate you. You can do what you want to do. Um, I just think to me, you can't be LGBTQ plus, so you can join them. I have dating options as a woman, but not as a guy. I'm a visible as a man. Dog, who gives a fuck about these hoes, bro? Who cares? You can't be bro. LGBTQ is like less than 2% of the population. What do you mean you can't beat them, bro? Dude, hey, listen. I'm not going to waste this whole stream going to explain to you about what you're going to do. If you want to change yourself to a woman, knock yourself out.
But
Go
I'm not
ahead.
doing that
I
shit.
don't.
Hell
I'm
no.
not doing
I'm
that.
not doing that shit.
See the comment right here. That's the problem. And also, I don't know if you believe it or not. So you're basically telling God that He made trash. That's basically what you're telling that you're basically telling the Almighty that He made a mistake creating you. Oh, I'm 5'5" ethnic. Dog, forget about females. Get your shit straight so you can live a simple, easy life. Stop trying to fall in love, find a relationship. You already know that's just fucked up. Stop wasting your time on that. It's like you dudes. This is why a lot of guys are not going to make it. And I already predict, Jerrell, and I'm going to ask your opinion on this. I predict there's going to be a lot of suicides in 2023 because a lot of men are mentally weak thanks to single mother households, also thanks to social media, thanks to school, all that stuff. That,
Hey,
again, a lot of men.
like, hey,
What do you
like
think
you
about
always
that?
say, right? If and if you want to be here, then get out the way. If you think life is a coat, well then, hey, get out the way. It's all a choice, bro. Like, hey, if you want to still play the game and still survive, you can do that. Hey, well, that's on you. But we're not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. But hey,
Jerrell, you're fading in and out.
yo, hear me now?
Perfect. You're
Cool.
perfect. You're
Okay.
perfect.
So what I'm saying is, if you don't want to be here and play the game as a man, well, then leave. Get out the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not doing it because I still got my life to live.
Yeah, and focus is no disrespect to you, but I do not feel sorry for you at all. I
Nope.
don't.
No, sir.
I went through some bullshit. Jerrell went through some bullshit. You got other guys in
Tough,
this chat.
tough,
They went through a
tough
lot of bullshit.
Tough bullshit.
Yeah. You got dudes in worse positions than you. They're not going to say, "Oh, I'm going to change myself to a woman," bruh. Really? It's sad, but we're going to take our focus over that because that's just a waste of a conversation. My thing is, do what you want to do. If you want to be a woman, knock yourself out. But just know that I'm not with that shit. It's weak. It doesn't provide value. It just doesn't make sense. But do what you want. Now back to Jerrell the man. So Jerrell, so let me ask you this, brother. How's your college experience, if you want to share that with everybody? And because you go to you share it all, the people, the environment, just
Okay. Yeah, first off, I already got my associate's degree from a 2-year. So now that goes to 4 years.
You're fading out, Jerrell.
Yo,
No.
yo,
No. Yeah.
no,
Yeah. I think it's your connection, bro.
yeah.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remove you from the stream and then try to reset everything and then come back. All right. Yeah, sorry for the difficulties, everybody. Jerrell has that that wireless, one of those some people call it doo-doo wireless connections, but we're still gonna make this thing happen. Kick me all you want, but more people are doing this now, bruh. I really don't care if you want to turn to a woman. I mean, you're only hurting yourself, bro. Is there something wrong with me for not wanting a relationship and preferring to use services? HBK, shout out to you, brother. There is nothing wrong with not wanting a relationship. You don't need a relationship to survive in life. All you need is food, water, and if you have your faith, God. I have my faith in God. Family owes what's up, man. And if you want to get some professional services, you can pay for it, and and enjoy, man. It's your decision, brother. Hello.
Yo, I'm back. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
That better?
Yeah, it's just the internet, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's better
the
now.
internet, bro.
Hopefully.
They trying to fuck up the fucking conversation, man.
Yeah.
But
It's because there's some good shit right here. So your college experience, if you want to share, let everybody know your college experience and the environment and viewing it from a red pill lens. How do you how's the college life?
yeah, bro. Can you, all right, just making sure that you can hear me. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I already got my 2-year associate's degree. So now I'm at a 4-year HBCU here in Durham.
So what'd you get your degree in? Sorry to interrupt.
At that time, I got it in sociology, but I just used that because I wanted to be like a transfer student. So now I'm getting my degree in business administration, my minor in computer systems information, because on the side, I am still studying to get my CCNA certification, my AWS certification, and then some other certs too for IT. And then my concentration is entrepreneurship because of my podcast that I got follow the Peace of Mind podcast too. Everybody, again, it's the Peace of Mind. So PIECE
Put it in the
of
chat, please.
podcast. I and then also have my label too. So yeah, but viewing college from this lens, I just realized like, man, bro, like, like most people, if I was to tell them about certain things, like they're gonna be looking at me like, damn, like this nigga like weird. Like what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? So it's like I just, I just play the game and I play it well.
Okay. Yeah, I've never been to college or university. If I did go to a college university, I really wouldn't be fucking with people that much. I'll just do my schoolwork and then go to class, work out, do my schoolwork, and just go into my room and play video games and just be left the hell alone. Because the way I am now, I have zero tolerance for bullshit. Um, you know what I mean? I'll probably, if I meet some guys with the same mindset that I have, I'll kick it with them. But as college parties and dealing with bitches, I'm good. I don't even want to fuck with none of that shit. I just want to get my work done and just, go about my day and graduate and move on my life and succeed. Um, but being in the HBCU, because I know not everybody has been to a HBCU. Well, what's that experience like going to a historically black college?
Man, it's well, I'll say this, it's better because you don't have to put on like a facade to try to fit in because like hey the mentality is listen like we all niggas here. It's like you don't have to feel like like put on like a proper like tone. It's like nah, like it's so you get that sense of feeling there and whatnot, but at the same time most black colleges, are, in the hood and whatnot. So you have to still, watch your back a little bit, and just stay on point.
Okay. Yeah. And speaking of historically black colleges, I personally, and shout out to you, man. I'm glad that you went to school that you went to. Now I can't stand niggas that much. Oh God. I definitely can't go to a HBCU. It's not really the dudes per se, and even though some dudes might be on some ignorant shit, but it's the black bitches, man. I don't like black women like that. They are the worst human beings on the planet. So that would definitely not work for me. That
Yeah,
would not
man.
definitely work for me going to HBCU. I can't stand them bitches.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, brother. It's really not. Like I remember me and my other homie of mine, I'm not gonna say his name on here, but he's a part of my podcast too. Like we had went out to the central party and whatnot, well, off campus and shit, and then like the security guards had like AR-15s just like ready. Like it was about like five guards and whatnot. One was outside, and then three was inside, and then like the other one was like in the back because we already know what time it is. Like when it's niggas in one section, well, in one section, it's like it's always something bound to happen. Like always, bro.
Yeah, man, and you have a lot of patience, Jerrell. I don't know how you do it. You have a lot of patience. I don't have a lot of patience with BS anymore. But I'm glad that and shout out to your work ethic. Because talking to you on the phone, fellas, Jerrell is the type of guy. He gets his schoolwork, he gets it done early, doesn't procrastinate. Because college can be very stressful, man. You got essays and papers to write. I'm not doing that. Fuck that shit. I think colleges need to just teach you the job skills of what you're training in, and then go on from there. But you definitely take your schoolwork, you get it done, and so you can relax. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yep. Because hey, after hey, after I get this fucking bachelor's, like I'm done with school. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm done with it. Like, hey, after I get this, I'm out.
How much loans do you think you have to pay back, or you don't have to? Oh, your dad's in the military, so John
Yeah.
Doe's paying for it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, shout out
I
to you,
have,
man. You're not wasting your dad's money like these other motherfuckers out here.
yeah,
They're wasting their parents' money
bro. Right?
to
No,
party and
no,
bullshit.
sir, no, sir,
Oh,
no,
he made
sir.
sure of it too. I know he got on your
Yeah,
ass.
right. Yeah, bro. Like it was none of that bullshit from my fucking 2 year because like they do keep track of your grades and whatnot. So if you fuck up, then like they gonna take away the fucking check.
But that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I treat school like my job.
Yeah, and shout out to you, man. The hard work's gonna pay off, and we'll definitely celebrate it. Um, and next, let's talk about if you want to share the issues that you have with family, and because you talked to me about your ex girlfriend. Let's talk about the troubles. If you want to share about, you don't have to be too personal with family, but like if you can share with everybody what you experienced with the family back then, and also with your ex girlfriend, and those bad times. If you want to share whatever you're comfortable with.
Man, man. Like I said, it was, love love my family to death, whatnot. It's just shit for me. It's just, it was a little bit more worse because like I said, I was at a very bad speech impediment. Um, so I had to be put in, special ed. I was in that and that was like tough. So I had to, grind it on out. And no one expected me to be who I am like now. Like the Jerrell back then, up to now, it's two different people for sure. So, I've come a long way from that. Um and I've healed and I moved on from that stage of my life. But yeah, it was tough. I'll say that it was very dark, like very 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 dark, especially around like 2011. I was at the bottom of like my mental state where I almost got the fuck up out of here, believe it or not. Like I almost did, but you know, it took everything in me to say, "Hey man, you know what? Don't do this shit." Because again, like you still got your pops here. Pops was in
Hey,
Afghanistan at the
hey,
time.
hold on, Jarrell. Hold on a second. Hey, everybody in the chat, is y'all choice because I'm gonna resume the stream. If you guys want to ban or time out focus, that's up to you guys. It's y'all choice. Do what y'all want with them. Go ahead, Jarrell.
Oh no, but what I was saying was, my pops was in Afghanistan at the time, so this was like around like 2011. So that time period was, my worst like year where I contemplated on getting the fuck up out of here. But it was like a voice in my head saying, "Hey man, like you better not do this shit because if you do that, it's gonna cause even more trauma." So from there, I've just constantly just worked on myself, and I just tuned out any negativity along that way, and I just became who I am now. And then even around that time period too. Now I'm not gonna say this nigga's name or any other oppositional names because again, I still got some people that I wanted to do some shit to. Like I'm not gonna say specifically, but I really wanted to do some shit too. But again, even in that, it was just like, hey man, if you do this shit, you might end up in prison somewhere for the rest of your life. So I'm glad that I've held myself under control and that I've just took it on the chin and just walk away because one simple move or mistake can cost you like a lifetime of misery and pain. You know what I mean? So yeah.
That's good, man. Definitely, there are people in life that's gonna try you. Um, they're gonna try to get you to react, get upset, and all that. But at the end of the day, one small move can can mess you up. You might end up in jail, or you might even get killed. And it's really sad that people try to try you when you're just minding your own business. You're trying to live life, but this is the society that we live in. And what I encourage men to do is, depending on how tolerant you are of people, I'm not really tolerant of folks that much unless they're in our circle, or the guys in this chat, or yourself. It's up to you on what you guys tolerate. I don't know what your guys' tolerance level is. I prefer. I'm the type of guy that goes to work, get in the truck, deliver my load, come back and go home. I'll say, hey, what's up, and just go about my day because I want to make my money and just chill out. And because after this stream, I'm gonna play the fucking game. I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna be honest. After this stream, I'm gonna play the fucking game. But you have thick skin. Did you get it from your father or your mother, or because talking to your father, it seems like he has a lot of patience. Not saying that he
Yeah,
won't
yeah, like
react, but the military, yeah.
More more so from him because he's been through a lot of shit. Like he's been through like a lot of shit, and then it's just like like I've seen him, like literally just snap, and I'm like, oh shit, like this is like you don't want to get on his bad side, but for the most part, he's he's a good father, like very patient and whatnot, like super super patient with him. It's just don't turn on that other side because he has very bad PTSD. Like he told me like a few stories about what he's done, and I'm like, I kind of wish you didn't tell me that, but I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm gonna still take that in. Like, okay, you know what? That's the reality, and unfortunately, like him telling me that has nothing to do with me, of course. Like that's something that he has to heal from and deal with. But I'm like, damn, like this man has been through a lot and still has like a smile on his face. So it's okay, yeah.
And that's good, man. And shout out to your father again, fellas. I met his father. He's very smart, very wise. Um, it's just I just can't describe even more better than what I'm saying now. And the next thing is friends, the friends that you lost over the years. If you want to talk about that, because friends
Man,
and people, they
yeah,
are they are along your journey. So if you want to share and
yeah,
give
man.
people
It
your
was
advice about friends and all that stuff,
yeah,
go
it
ahead.
was well again, I'm not gonna say his name too, but he knows who he is. Mind you, like I've known this dude since sixth grade, and we literally like just stopped fucking with each other because over a joke, like literally just over a joke. Like it was like I'm not gonna go in full detail with, but I'll say that the joke to him was so bad that he was willing to come up to my job and fight me. And I'm looking at this dude like, yo, like what? Like why would you like I thought we was cool like that, just joking around and whatnot. But nah. So and plus he says he made fun of my own speech impediment, which I didn't care because okay, yeah, I do like stutter, but I got thick skin. Like I don't care. But when the joke was on him, it's like he wanted to damn near like fight me at my job. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I can't fuck with you no more, bro. I'm sorry. Now the other homies can, but I can't do it.
I'm glad that you cut him off, man. It just shows the it's sad that you know this guy since middle school, and unfortunately the friendship had to end. This one guy told me that you'll have friends for a short time, friends for a season, and then you'll have friends for a lifetime. It is what it is, man. You know, he's that type of guy. He's very narcissistic. Rules for thee, but not for me. You know what I'm saying? And fuck that guy. Yeah, I said it. Fuck him. You know, he lost out on a good brother because you are a good brother, man. Salute to you. You definitely look out for others. Um, and it's rare to find a lot of guys like that.
Yeah,
But you're here and you've definitely grown over the past couple of years. So it's definitely I definitely appreciate what you did, brother, and what you
yeah,
do.
man. Yeah.
Um, and shoot, now the state of the world. What do you predict is going to happen in 2023?
Uh, you know, the shit's gonna get worse. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to get worse. The more the more awareness I get, it's just like yeah, like it's definitely gonna get worse and whatnot. Um, so again, I encourage men take real good care of yourself, like get your money up. Do everything in your power to survive. I'll say that because again, the politicians like they don't care nothing about you. Like no one no one gives a fuck about you. So it's like you oh well other than like me and Batman Beyond, but outside of here is like yeah like you gotta really take care of yourself.
Damn right. That's facts. You definitely
And
got to do that.
don't and don't self improve for the wrong reasons. No, like self improve for you. Like run that mile or run 10 miles for you. Don't run 10 miles to seek approval from other people. Don't do that shit, bro. Like do not hustle for other people's approval. No, hustle because you want to do it.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I want to touch upon that. That's why a lot of guys end up disappointed when they don't get the results that they want on certain things. Like guys go to the gym because they want to get women, and also they want to get seen by everybody, be the strongest guy in the room. And when they don't get those results, they end up disappointed. The point of you working out is to be healthy and live a long life. You know, have the nutrients in your body, have a good mind, emotional, physical, spiritual. What is your motive to do things, even with money? Like, what is your reason for being rich? Now, I'll tell y'all personally, the reason why I want to be rich is because I personally, if I had millions of dollars right now, I want to open up a homeless shelter for men only, for men only. And with that homeless shelter, it has food, it has all the materials that you need, showers, and also I'll create programs in that homeless shelter for men to have trades. If they want to get a CDL, they can do that. If they want to be an HVAC plumber, they can do that. If they want to get into construction, they can do that. Welding, they can do that. And also, if they want to get into IT, into special things like that, if I had the money like that, I'll definitely invest in things like that. So men can, they can say to themselves, man, this is where I started. Shoot, if I had that program, I'll make them take a picture. And then when they graduate into, from the program, whatever they choose, and get money, they can take a picture. Man, this is where I was, and this is where I am now. Look how far I've become. Because I truly believe that men deserve an opportunity. All men deserve an opportunity to make it out here. Now, society sees us all as useless utilities. Fuck them. But I was like, okay, we're gonna build this stuff, but when we get paid, when we get that damn paycheck, we're spending that money on us. Fuck
Yep,
y'all.
it's yep.
Fuck
Hey,
y'all.
listen, it's our money. Huh? You don't owe this world anything. No sir, no sir, no sir, no sir. Because the minute you fucking die, right, they gonna move on. That and that damn job they gonna find somebody else, just like that.
Yep. But yeah, so that'll be my reason for having lots of money. Of course, I want to, I want to do other things that help men around the world. Um, like I guess that's the it just depends on what you want to do with the money. Definitely invest it on property. But the main reason why I want to have a lot of money is to help other men out. Fuck everybody else. I just want to help men because women get resources from our tax dollars, the government, daddy government, which takes from us. So I definitely want to help men, you know, and that's all I want to do. Will every man be appreciative of it? No, and that's not what it's about. I believe that every man has an opportunity to make it out here. And can I force men to be productive and be successful? No. But what I can do personally, what we can do is we can try to encourage one another. That hey man, if I can make it, you can do it. I talked to truckers that used to be in prison. They had felonies. Once they got out, they got their CDL, and now they bought their first home. They bought their first car. They become owner operators. So like fellas, if guys that got out of jail can do it, you can do it too. What's our excuse, man? What's our excuse to make it? Let me
None,
touch upon that, Jerrell.
none, no excuse. Just get to work. Get to work. Now I would say, hey, now me, I'm all about work. Hey, work smarter, not harder. Like, do not wait, guys can do what they want to do. Like construction and da 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 da. But me, I'm all about using my brain to make the money, right? So that way, I can be more productive and I'm more creative with like what I do. Again, guys can do what they want to do, but I would say work smarter, not harder.
Lenny, he says, "Man, beyond, I don't tell people anybody my plans because most people will try to discourage you." Oh yeah, not saying I'll be some rich guy, but if I was, then But I definitely hear what you're saying, and Lenny is right. You don't want to share everybody, give everybody what you're going to do, your plans and all that. But that's a great point. But and yeah, and your podcast. Let's talk about your podcast. What made you and your friends start to and did you put the podcast link into the chat?
It won't let me do it. Yeah,
Let me
it
see
won't
if
let
I
me do
can.
it. Yeah.
Let me see if I can, and I'm gonna try. Hold on a second. Uh, man, Pieces of Mind podcast, and it's a good podcast, people. All right, I see it right here, gentlemen. I encourage you guys to subscribe to Drill's podcast. Is him and his two other friends that I know, they're friends of mine as well. It's the Pieces of Mind podcast. I encourage you guys to subscribe to this channel. It's a good podcast. They talk about different topics. And speaking of topics, we're going to talk about the Black community. Jerrell,
Hey, you already
I'm
know
gonna
where
ask for
this
your
shit gonna
opinion on
go.
it,
You
and I'm gonna
you
get
you already know where this shit gonna go.
so. What do you think about the Black community overall? And then I'll give my perspective on it.
Uh,
You can go ahead.
you know, and I said this in the Black on Black Crime episode. Niggas, niggas hate niggas. Straight up and down. There is nothing more, nothing less. In our communities, every single day, somebody's getting fucking shot and killed.
What do you think is the cause of all the pain in the Black community?
Like, obviously with previous things, like, the system and then the quote unquote white man. But fast forward to, like now we have the power to change, what was then and now. Like, granted, I understand what's happening and whatnot, but in those between times, like, we're not taking full accountability for our actions. Like, we want to point the finger at 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 everybody else, but instead of ourselves.
Old school Tony Carter's in the chat.
Yo, what up, old school? What up?
Yeah, I feel ashamed to be black.
Now, I don't feel ashamed to be black now, but it's just, I love my culture, but when I'm around like niggas, it's just like I'm always on timing. I'm sorry, because I just don't know what their intentions are, period. And then it's like you gotta be red pilled, especially like if you in the trenches, like in the hood and whatnot, because like anything can happen, bro. Like, you don't want to get caught lacking, do you? Like, you do want to survive, right? So it's like, you cannot be ignorant and stupid out here. No. Because if not, you might end up in a body bag somewhere because a nigga got your ass. And you don't want that to happen. And that's just what it is.
I'm gonna give my opinion on the black community. All right. Well, first of all, I'll say this. In my opinion, there is no black community. What, Batman Beyond? Why do you say there's no black community? Well, the reason why I don't say that is because just because a bunch of niggas live in a neighborhood doesn't mean that it's a black community. It's just full of niggas living there. Because if there was a true community, then the neighborhood will be looking out for each other. That's really what a community is. Even if a bunch of white people are living in the suburban neighborhood, I don't even look at that as a white community. It's just individuals, and that's just my opinion. And the whole thing about black culture, I really don't know what black culture is, because it's like, what is black culture? What is that? People say it's hip hop, rap, sex, money, drugs, and that's what niggas rap about, and that's what they define. But when other races of people call them out on it, they call it racism. So which one is it? Right. So to me, I'm a black man, yes, but I'm an individualist. I'm not a part of no black community or anything like that. I go solo. I do my own thing, and that's it. I don't care about, because like I said in my last video that I made, I don't really care about the black race like that. The only thing I care about is men living an individualist mindset. Fuck this whole black community stuff and all that stuff is dead. It's trash. If you go to those neighborhoods, it's full of single mothers and little kids just being stupid, shooting up, killing, robbing. It's like it's trash. And yeah, I know you mentioned the white man, but it goes far more than that. It's like even niggas had contributed to the problem in the so-called community, the so-called community, or whatever they say. And the thing is that no one's really going to hold the true culprit accountable. It's the black female. The black woman is the cause of all the pain and misery to black families. I'm just going to say it to y'all right now. High single mother rate, high abortion rate, high STD rate, causes fights, don't know how to act, fat as fuck, sexual diseases, unprofessionalism. Fuck the whole white man thing. Fuck all that. Now certain people may set certain things in place, but it's 2023. You mean to tell me in 2023, them same niggas that keep talking about racism, this and Tulsa, Oklahoma, why aren't those niggas coming together and going to Tulsa, Oklahoma and getting shit done? Why aren't niggas putting their money together since they want to make a change? That's why I don't get into that talk about black community and black queen and black kings. It's trash to me. It's all garbage. The whole thing about women being black queen, these black hoes are trash, man. They're garbage. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. They're fucking trash. And I don't want anything to do with them. Because me dealing with them my whole life, going to school with them, they're just bad people. They're just bad to be around. I don't like them. Now I can tolerate black dudes to a certain extent, but let's be real. Most of them niggas, they try to uh, measure your dick and see how many hoes. That niggas try to judge you by how many hoes
Yep.
you fuck. It's like
Or yeah,
overall,
how
it's
many
all
bodies you
to
killed? Or you,
yeah.
or
To
better
me,
yet, how
it's
many niggas have you killed?
trash. It's all trash to me. Now I love who I am, and I know some people may say, "Well, if you don't like the black community, that means you don't like being black." I never said it. I love myself individually. The shit that them niggas do, I don't even fuck with it because I don't even live in a black neighborhood. I live in an apartment near a military base, and it costs more, so I chose to pay more so I can be in a safer location because I already know what the deal is. I don't want to be around niggas because of the black female. It's not the niggas really. It's the black bitches because it's who they raise. They raise whores as daughters, and they raise thugs as sons. That is the truth. The main culprit to the so-called black community is the black female. Nobody, a lot of people are not going to say that. They're going to blame white supremacy for everything. But nobody wants to talk about how these black hoes are fucking the same type of thugs. Nobody wants to talk about how they twerk in public. They have bad attitude. Those want to start fights. Nobody wants to talk about that, but I fucking will. Because, again, I'm going to say what the fuck I want on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, and I hear what you're saying, man. Overall, to me, the way I'm seeing things, the black, what is black culture? Because if killing and sleeping around and buying a bunch of bullshit is black culture, then it's trash.
It's in
I
fucking
just
shambles. It's in fucking shambles, bruh. Nothing more, nothing. Hey, nothing more, nothing less. Like it's always something. Like live up in Baltimore for a day, Chicago a day, Detroit a day, Philly a day, and you'll understand. You will fully understand.
so I just be laughing at dudes that be saying black queens and this and man, these hoes are fucking trash, man. All these women are trash. White women are trash. Latina women are trash. Bruh. All these hoes are trash. Asian women are trash. Indian women are trash. All these hoes are trash, in my opinion. To me, because it's like they all the same, man. It's like think about it. Go to the Latina families, right? You got the Mexican Latina bitch fucking Cholo or whatever that the hell his name is. They're going for the same type of dudes too. So it's like, man, like that's why to me, and I'm gonna ask you this: the whole thing about race and all this and stuff. Yeah, black women are the worst, but these other races of women, they're trash too. I mean, they're all the same and they all act the same. They all listen to the same music. They all go for the same type of guys. It's like I just don't understand why guys still even pursue relationships with these fucking demons, man. If you want to smash them, that's cool. But anything further than that, I don't even want to fuck with none of them. What do you think about that?
Yeah, man, it's very treacherous out here. Like you gotta know how
You preach to the choir
women.
because my laundry's done. Preach,
Okay,
preach
yeah,
to
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Like you have to be very, aware of what's going on out here in all aspects, from niggas to excuse my language, but bitches, right? So like you gotta be 10 toes with what you know and how you approach this life thing. And I think I said it in the beginning of the stream. It's just like, no matter where you go, in like in the world, it's still gonna be some problems. It's still gonna be some of the same issues. Maybe not as much as American society, but it's gonna be the same thing, but in a different language, culture, and all that. Like in Colombia, Venezuela, Argentina, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, uh, the Barbados. Like it don't matter where you go, it's still gonna be some of the same issues, just in a different form. Yeah, and you're right. Fly young the great. Rap is now definitely drill. Like the New York drill, bruh, is very demonic, bruh. Like very demonic. Like niggas is like literally catching bodies and whatnot. I know the rapper, think Osama or Little Osama, something like that. But one of them niggas was like 14 years old, but he had got sliced up and stabbed up by his opposition, and it just sucks, being that young and then just dying like that, like right up in the, I think Brooklyn or up in Manhattan, so near Harlem, 14 years old, gone just like that. Yep, and oh yeah, like K, yeah. So you got K, you got K Flock. Obviously, Pop Smoke, he gone now too. Pop died like back in 2020, so about 3 years ago. And then also old school, you're right, yeah, black Christians and black pastors, yeah, man. Then
We're going to talk about the church next. Keep going. I'm getting
yeah.
my laundry. We're going to talk
Oh no,
about
no,
that
no.
next.
Yeah, yeah. I was saying to old school Tony Carter's like, comment, yeah, bruh, the majority of black Christians and black Muslims, like they kind of have a delusional mindset about the ugly truths out here about how things really are. Plus, they take people's money from the collection box and shit, and they claim claiming that it's claiming that it's for God, but it's used for other things too. You feel what I'm saying? Now me back in the days, I was plotting on taking the collection plate, like being like a young nigga and shit, because me and my grandma, we was, poor, living in a trailer park, and every single Sunday she would go out to church and give out her money. So that shit used to piss me off because I'm like, bro, like, niggas is poor, but yet you're giving your money to the church. Like, why? Like, we really need that shit, you know? But they say, oh, well, you gotta trust the most high. And then I'm like, man, like the the reality, you know, was just very, done and crappy.
Keep going. I'm about to put on my clothes in the washer and I'll be right back.
Yeah, so that's why I've walked away from church, because I'm like, man, this is bullshit, because some of those quote unquote saved people, they gonna go right back out here and doing the same dumb shit as before. Like it's it's just a mask. Like, the movie with Jim Carrey, how like he had on that damn mask. That's how life is. Like motherfuckers just wear like masks and shit. I mean, to hide who they really are. you know Jehovah's Witness, hey bro, any Christian, faith, I think they're all the same, from Protestant to Baptist, Jehovah's Witness, uh evangelicals. Like they listen, it's all the same thing, bro. And I used to like question God because I said, well, God, like, no, like that. If you are real and shit, then like, why the fuck are you like allowing all of this shit going on here on this earth where it's pain and suffering? Like, why the fuck are you allowing this shit to go on here, bro? Like, like the shit doesn't make sense. Like, it don't make any sense at all. You know, I just sit back and wonder, like, man, this
I'll answer your
is
question why. I'll answer your
this
question
is what the
why.
world's coming to. Damn, like this is what the world's coming to.
I'll answer your question why because of sin. Obviously, people make choices. Remember, God gave people free will, and whether y'all live in a certain night, it is what it is. Eve chose to eat the fruit, and then that caused sin in the world. That's why. That's why we're in the mess that we are in today. And to touch back on what you said about religion, true men of faith don't. To me, I don't go to church anymore. To me, it's beta as hell. It's dumb. And most of these pastors, they just want you to, they just want to boss you around, give you their tradition and the rules, what a Christian is, and they just want to take your money and basically preach 2 verses in 2 hours, and then basically they'll be doing some bullshit behind the scenes, and it's like, man, I'm not gonna waste 2 hours listening to this motherfucker. If I want to learn about the word, I have the Bible on my phone, I have the physical book on my desk, and I read it for myself. You know what I'm saying? And most of these so-called Christians, they don't practice what they preach.
They sure don't.
They don't.
They sure don't.
So, and I had debates with my parents on going to church, and I told them, first of all, going to church does not determine your salvation. What determines your salvation is your belief in Christ, that He died on the cross for your sins and all that. Not trying, I'm just using as an example, right? And but it's like, oh, you have to go to church, and but they don't want to talk about the thief on the cross, right? When he was about to be executed with Jesus and the other guy, and he asked Jesus, "May I see you? May I be with you in paradise?" And Jesus said, "Yes." So you got so-called pastors and these so-called religious folks. They want to determine your salvation by being traditional, doing all these certain Christian traditions, right? And but at the end of the day, you're not. It's not about your works. It is about what's in your heart. But it is what it is. I'm not going to church anymore. I have God in my heart, and that's all that matters. And my main thing is these pastors trying to, what pisses me off about pastors is that what pisses me off the most, not only that they be on some bullshit, they tell young men to wife up single mothers. Young men in the congregation, stand up. To you young men that are standing up in this church, y'all see those young
I'm
women out
dead.
there with
I'm
their
dead.
kids.
I'm dead. I'm fucking
God
dead.
wants you to step up, young blood,
No.
and take care of these
Yo.
children and the female,
No.
and make their house a happy home, because God has called you to step up and raise those kids when their deadbeat daddy didn't want to.
Yo. That's wild. But yeah, hell
That's what's
yeah,
going
bro. Like
on,
they be doing that shit.
bro. True men don't go to church no more, man. The real men have left the church. The real men have left the church.
Mm, mm, mm,
And
mm.
and also what pisses me off about the church is that they want to talk about money, but yet they talk about relying on God, but yet why do they have 501c3? Which means that they get tax free from the government. So you rely on God, but you're making a deal with the government.
Crazy.
You're telling young men to
Crazy.
marry the state in these hoes. because all these women are the same. It don't matter if they're Christian or not; they're all the same. So to me, that alone right there basically told me, oh, you know what? I'm not feeling this. Something's not right here. They're telling young men to get married, but yeah, you see a lot of men getting divorce rate. Sexless marriages are almost 50%. I'm like, this doesn't add up. It does not add up to me.
It's a big contradiction, brother. It's all a big contradiction because
And
they're
I'm gonna
gonna
say
go
this
be.
right now on the stream. And I don't care if people get offended. If you're a grown ass man that wants to get married in 2023, you're a fucking idiot. You're dumb as. And again, you know what you want to do. I'm just gonna be real. You know the laws are against you. All these women are fucking whores. They're bad people. They have no good character. You still want to marry them? Spend all of your hard-earned money, your life's work to bring these hoes into your life, which they bring no value at all whatsoever. They're gonna cheat on you anyways. They're gonna take half of your shit, and if you have kids, they're gonna put you on child support. You're a fucking idiot. Any man that gets married in 2023 is low IQ. He's an idiot, and he deserves what he gets. You're beta as fuck if you get married today. Also, Tony Carter. I have a pastor. I have a pastor who's in sex marriage. You see exactly. And think about this. Y'all gonna think this is sad. Y'all might laugh at this. You got young men that wait till marriage to have sex, right? Okay, at least they're true to their word, right? But when they get married, they don't get sex from the wives. The only time they'll get sex is from the honeymoon, and especially when the kids pop out. That's it. So you did all of that for nothing. Was it really worth it, fellas? Is sacrificing your time, your money, your energy on a bitch, try to live by her standards? Is it really worth it? Come on. You guys gotta get out of this reality of lovey-dovey and all this. And that shit is over. As a man, you need to focus on fucking survival. Do you have money in your pocket? Do you have your peace of mind?
Better, better, better.
Do you have food? Do you have food in
You
the
better
fridge?
fucking survive. You better fucking survive. You better go get it. But hey, man, better get your hustle on.
Yep. Do not get married. I repeat it. I'll say this again. Do not get married. If you do, you're gonna lose. Because again, like I've said, and shout out to the base Pluto, I said this on the show. Women do shit premeditated. What does that mean? That means they have evil intentions. They have a plan in place. You see, women plan it out in advance when they're gonna get with you, and then when they're divorced and take half of your shit. They're gonna do what it takes to get into the marriage, and then when their time and whenever they feel like it's over, they're gonna end it and take half of your shit. They plan this in advance. So why the fuck do you guys want to plan your early grave? Why? Why do you guys want to plan your suicide? Why do you want to plan yourself having a sign and living under a fucking bridge? Why take that fucking stupid risk? Why? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Again, if you're planning to get married in 2023, you're a fucking idiot. I live by logic and fucking common sense. I don't give a fuck what the pastor says or what family member says or friends or anything. They can always eat a bag of dicks. I'm protecting my ass. I believe in a cover your own ass policy. I don't know why men still take these stupid risks. It makes no fucking sense. It's retarded. But again, a lot of men, they let their emotions run. They don't go by logic. But it is what it is. Go ahead, Jerrell.
Yeah, man. Like I've always said, at the end of the day, this is your life to live. If you want to be dumb, be dumb. If you want to be smart, get your shit up, get your hustle on, and be smart. Because every man got to make his own decision. His own decision.
Hey, Jerrell.
Yo.
Can you do the honors, and you're speaking facts right now. Can you do the honors and read what old school Tony Carter said right there, if you don't mind?
My little brother is a pastor that's currently going through a divorce, shaking my head. I know a lot of goofy ass pastors, LOL. Sheesh, that's tough. That's tough, bruh. That's tough, my friend.
Hey, what's up, Phil? You'll only lose if you choose a woman who is no good for you. Philip, all these women are the same, bro. They're all the same. And even if the bitch is good,
Hey
I ain't.
Phil. Hey,
Oh
hey
yeah.
Phil. Phil, if you're not busy at the moment, like we'll love to have you on the stream. So that way you can see it from your perspective.
Hey, actually, it's up to you, Jerrell. Philip only. If you want to discuss this marriage shit, let's go. We can have a friendly debate on it. Are you down, Jerrell?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So like send a link out to Phil so Phil can join.
I, he has to put in the chat if he wants to come up or not.
Okay.
Because here's my thing: all women are the same. I know people may think that's crazy, but I'll ask you guys this: if there was a jar with 10 snakes and 9 out of 10 snakes are poisonous, are you still going to put your hand in that jar? Are you still going to take that risk? Hey, oh, find a woman that's good for you, man. All these hoes are the same. All of them are. So yeah, Philip, put it in the chat if you want to come on and we can discuss it. Friendly, no disrespect. We can discuss it.
Love is love. Yeah, listen, love is love. Agree to disagree, but I think this would be a very good, a little debate, from a different lens.
Yeah, I can come in and join it for a little bit. All right, fellas. For Philip only, Philip, I'm gonna put here's the link in the chat, and it's for Philip only. I'll have another open panel coming up pretty soon. We're gonna talk about fun shit. All right, all right, Philip. I put the link in the chat. Come on up and let's have a friendly discussion. But yeah, fellas, don't don't get married, man. It's a scam. You're just wasting your money on some temporary pussy. Is it really worth it? You're wasting your money to basically. You see, it's like Pokemon and Digimon, right? You have this Digimon that Pokevolves and Digivolve. If you have a wife, gentlemen, she's gonna get fat. She's gonna nag at you. She's gonna boss you around. She's not gonna give you sex. She's not gonna cook for you. Why? Why throw all that away? Why? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And by the way, the statistics show that women are cheating more now than ever before. So why take that risk? Why do you guys want to end up being Boo Boo the Fool, being played? Because as I'm talking right now, you got a lot of women at their jobs. They're cheating on their husbands with their male coworkers. And you guys still want to take that risk. Makes no sense. That whole right one thing, that shit don't exist. There's no such thing as a right one. The right one argument is a code.
Now,
That's a
to
code.
translate to what you just said, that's that's kind of what happened, with the dude down in Memphis that got killed by those 5 black police officers, Tyree.
Yeah, I
So,
heard that Tyree Nichols slept with one of the cops' wives.
yep, and then
That's what I heard.
the a cop got mad, and then he recorded him on the ground bleeding and shit, and then he sent off those videos to his ex-girlfriends.
Hey, I don't know why the cops get mad at Tyree. Get mad at your wife. All right, all right. Phil is in the stream. Hey, Phil, welcome to the stream, brother.
Welcome
What you got
aboard, brother.
on this mesh stuff.
Can everybody hear me?
Everybody
Yes,
can hear you.
sir.
Go ahead. I'll mute up. We'll both mute up. Go ahead. Speak your piece on marriage.
All right. Cool. Well, for all you guys don't know me, this is Pete Carlisle Gaming. Usually I run a podcast called the Last City Radio Podcast. It's all about gaming and things in the gaming industry and stuff like that. We always have a blast over there. But other hell, appreciate you brothers for having me on. I'm also a enthusiast, motivator, and I'd love to have deep discussions as well. So I definitely appreciate everybody for joining and we're gonna get right to the nitty gritty. So yeah, so listening to everything, and for me, I found a new perspective. I've been able to really transcend beyond, a lot of the red pill stuff, and I got a chance to learn a lot of things, especially once you get a little bit older. You get a chance to experience certain things, um, such as just the reality of a lot of things that you didn't see before, especially in your youth. Especially for me, I got a chance to see a lot of things. See, back in the day, back in I would say 2015, when I first discovered the manosphere, and all that stuff. I was going through something myself, way back. I was going through a breakup, my girl, and then I would say, screw all these women, I'm focusing on myself, da 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 da. I did all that. And then over time, I started to heal from my relationship and I started to realize later, oh, okay, this is the mistakes that I made and what I chose to do, which I had a hand in messing up the whole situation because I was blind to a lot of the red tape that was going on in my relationships and stuff like that, and that was screwing me up. Um, and by learning all those things, I learned a lot of the trial and errors of, okay, this is where I messed up. This is what I need to do better. And this, I should have never got in that certain relationship for. It was my fault, you know, mostly for allowing this person to be in my life. So as I got older, I started listening to a lot of stuff, and I was like, okay, we always keep on hearing the man's perspective on this is why this is what woman and today's society and everything like that. Always be hearing the same thing. So I said, you know what? I need to hear the other perspective as well. So I would also listen what I was taught to women and listen what they got to say about things, what they thought about certain things. I would ask about dating. I would ask about all that stuff, society, and then
What did the
I
women
was like,
say?
okay,
If you can give an example, what did the women
oh
say?
yeah, okay. So I've got to talk to a lot of women over the years, and so they would say stuff like, well, there's a lot of things messed up. There's guys that aren't trying to settle down. There's guys who are trying to build and have a relationship. You know, they feel like things is kind of messed up, and they also agree with a lot of the phones and social media stuff kind of destroyed us. They agree with that. They was like, okay, we got some common ground, and
Can I
and
ask you a
certain
question?
things.
And people in the chat are asking how old you are. If you don't mind sharing your
Oh
age.
yeah, I'm 28 years old. I'm getting ready to turn 29 June 5th. Um, yeah, I'm getting there in the 30s. So
And and I want to ask you this: in those conversations that you have with the chicks, do you think they were saying that because they were genuine, or they're saying that because a lot of men are finding out or figuring out their fuckery and they don't know what to do? Because in
I
my
would
opinion,
say,
that's what it sounds like to me. Because I hear a lot of women keep saying, "Oh, men don't want to be traditional anymore. Oh, men don't want to take us out anymore." Yeah, because a lot of you bitches because a lot of you hoes be playing. Y'all be fucking certain dudes, but then they don't have to do shit. But you're telling men that they got to take you on dates and stuff, and they get blue balls at the end of the night. So it's like, what sense does that make for us? Because my thing is, why should we invest in somebody that's already given her, letting other dudes blow her back out? They don't have to do anything, but she's making me pay for it. I'm basically paying more money for a shitty car. That don't make any sense to me. Because to me, that's
Well,
just
you
my
got
opinion. They're upset because men are finding out their fuckery.
Well, I also think about this, especially now. I'll go back to the first question that you asked me, which was, do I think the woman was genuine? I definitely think the woman was genuine when we was having, because we had a long conversation. It was very long, really good, really deep. Um, we gotta also remember that females are different, because they are emotional beings. They're passionate as well, and they say what they feel. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, one of the biggest things that especially as a man, especially when you're talking and conversing with a woman, is the fact that you want to listen to see what they got to say. Because a lot of times they try to they're letting down their hair, and you get those moments, especially with them, where they're really expressing themselves and how they feel and what's going on. You ask the questions and things like that of that nature, and you really get a sense of who that person is and how they act. And I've gotten a chance to experience that a lot. Just sitting down and getting a chance to really talk to women and just having great conversations. And especially on my show, especially on my show, I have female guests, I have male guests, and really get a chance to dig in and talk to them and things like that. I've noticed a lot of things over the years that it's you know what, at the end of the day, men and women are stronger together than they are apart. And society is trying to destroy us and destroy our interactions, destroy everything. They put together some kind of plan to do that. And the plan was the social media, the easy access to any kind of high caliber man. It's destroyed a lot of females, especially if you look at music, for example. Music moves people by general. That's what it does. It moves people, motivates people, but you know, especially the bad type of music got you Megan Thee Stallions and all these type of people, Cardi B. They have
Hey,
ruined
can I
a
pause
lot of
here?
that.
Can,
Hmm.
can I still come in real quick?
Yeah,
Actually, hoes have been hoes since the beginning of time. They've been going for the even during the old wars back in the old days. Women been sleeping with the best soldiers, the best guy with all the money. So hypergamy has always been there since the beginning of time. And King Solomon is a great example of that. He got all the money. He had over 300 wives. And I'm pretty sure back then you had dudes that they couldn't get women at all. So I don't think music has anything to do with it now. Can that stuff influence? Does it have an impact? It does have an impact, but only to a certain extent, though. Women have always been hoes, and women have always went for the better guy, not based on personality, but on looks, money, and status alone. Because women don't care about personality until they're fat as fuck and have a bunch of kids. Then personality is going to matter.
well, this is what I women has always been promiscuous, yeah, but you got to also think back in the day, even back in the biblical times, that was very frowned upon. A woman could get stoned for sleeping with a man, uh, a man's husband and stuff like that. That was some serious stuff back in the day, So they were still doing it, but not to the extent of today. Today is out of control, but you know, we got to also remember too, there's a lot of things that's put into place that men has built to that invited women to continue doing this. Like I was talking to Jerrell the other day, and we was discussing stuff like, you know, who built OnlyFans? A man did that. Who built Instagram? A man did that. He influenced a woman because remember, a woman want to be led
But wait a minute,
back
but
in.
wait a minute. But I thought women had a mind of their own because a lot of women keep saying, "I think for myself. I think for myself." So which one is it?
You gotta also remember, don't always believe all that all the time. If a woman say, I'm always independent, stop it. No, you're not, because like I said, we call women out on their nonsense too, you know, and because you can't believe if a woman say, "Oh, I'm independent," no, you don't, because you called that man for to get your car towed the other day, So it's just like it's things like that. a woman, her natural biological, imprint is not only to be a nurturer and to let a man lead. That's just how women are. We lead, they follow in any and every aspect. Same thing. Look at today; they still do that with the like I said, with OnlyFans. A man created that. They did that. Guess what? We manipulated them in porn. We told them, "Hey, listen, you're gonna be a
We
star,
didn't
baby.
manipulate
Don't even
women.
worry about it."
No, 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 no. These women made the choice to do that. I hear what you're saying, but here's the thing,
Exactly.
right? Here's the thing. I'm gonna explain like this. There are things out there that can, okay, that's manipulating you and this and that. But at the end of the day, these women made the choice to do the shit that they do. They make choices like we do. If I rob a bank, I wasn't manipulated. Now, of course, somebody be like, "Hey, Batman, go rob that bank, go rob that bank." So if I go rob the bank and get in jail, will that same logic apply to me that I was manipulated?
But you gotta also remember. You gotta also remember this. Like I said, we created these things. As men, we built and
What do you
made
mean
a lot
we?
of this
We,
stuff.
it's not, I think, of we. No, 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 no. Those guys back in the day did, not us per se. There is no we.
Well,
There's no we.
what I mean is the fact that we, as in men, I'm not talking about us, and we build anything, we can do that. But I'm talking about as men, we are men. So we are the first ones that help. We're the builders. We do everything. So at the end of the day, us as men, we're the ones who built these things. We're the ones who did all these things. And the woman came in and made the choice. And we was like, yeah, like I said, hey, baby, listen, you gonna be a star. Go ahead and get on here and get blasted out by 5 million. You're gonna be a star. You're gonna make $1 million.
No, I'm gonna ask you this.
They sign a contract and boom, here we go.
I'm gonna ask you this. Do
You
you
know,
think men should still get married today?
do I think men should still get married
Get
today?
into relationships and marriage and relationships and marriages. Because I think that, in my opinion, I don't think men should participate in relationships with a modern day female because these women don't. Because it's like this: women are the oil, accountability is the water. They just don't mix. Women today do not want to take accountability, and if people want to use well, men do it too. Check this out though. Here's the difference though: women choose the guy that they allow in their pussy. Us men don't have that say at all. Otherwise, it'll be considered grape. So when it comes to relationships, now we're responsible if we marry these hoes, which I recommend men don't do. Women are responsible for the pregnancy and the guys that they choose. Because we gotta be realistic here, Phil. These hoes choose the worst type of men all the time. Let's not front. They reject good men all the time. Then they want to go on social media and say, "There's no good men out here." You got bitches on TikTok, and you can see this for yourself. There's no good men. There's no good men, but yet they have a bunch of dudes in their DMs. They got dudes that generally want to get with them, talk with them, have relationships with them, but they reject them, and then they want to go back and say all men are trash. Doesn't that sound fucking stupid to you?
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, there's always gonna be the greater amount of females that's gonna be like that. Independence, I don't need them, but I keep choosing bozos. Now, I've always been a advocate. Beware of the bozo because the bozo, he'll ruin you. And these are conversations that I talk with women too. I say, hey, you know what? What's
Phil,
your take on?
Phil, I gotta be
Yes,
honest with you, man. They're all the same, man. We gotta be
I
realistic,
can't
man. I
say
know we
that.
keep they are.
Not all of them. No,
Yes, they
you
are.
got to also remember though. Can I say every man is a thug and trying to kill everybody? No, I can't say that. Every man is not a thug.
Here's
It's
the
a lot of
difference,
it's a
though.
little upstanding
Here's the
man.
difference, though. Here's the difference, though. The problem with men today is that a lot of men can't control the dick. They allow the dick to control them. The thing with women is that women want to be like everybody else. That's the difference. So they are all the same. Because you got women from the Philippines twerking, you got women in India twerking, you got Muslim women twerking. They're all the same, bruh. Just because they talk to you in person and act all nice and respectful, that don't mean shit. Because a lot of women act all nice and respectful in front of their bosses, in front of their coworkers, but behind the scenes, they still doing the same old dirty bullshit. You don't know if they're typing on their phone. You don't know the type of guys that they're hooking up with. A lot of us keep saying, "Oh, they're not all the same." Not all, because we don't want to offend them. They're all the fucking same. They listen to the same music. They all wear the same fucking clothes. It's like we gotta be realistic, man. They are all the same. Now I get what you're saying. Well, we can't say not all, not all, not all. But here's my thing, though. I go by probability. I think they're, in my mind, they're all the same to me, because I'm using that as to cover my ass to not get fucked. Because a lot of guys, they still do. They say they're not all argument. They take the risk, and then they get fucked in the ass. So, do you think men should still participate in relationships or marriages? In your opinion, go ahead.
Absolutely. I still think they should do it because at the end of the day, you have to know what you're dealing with and who you're dealing with. Because listen, I'm still with my woman, from last year. She's great. She's treated me great. She's lovely. We always have great conversations. We're always doing our thing and having a good time. That we have never gotten in any arguments. I've never caught her doing nothing like that. Tell her this. I said, listen, I trust you. You trust me. That's all it is to it. Make a good decision. She always does.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
A lot
beautiful
of women
thing.
are.
Now,
A lot of women act all good in the beginning, but when they get married, then they turn a new leaf. Yeah, because a lot of married men told me that. Yeah, Batman. Yeah, my wife, when we were dating, everything was all good. She wasn't problematic, but as soon as we got married, she turned into a whole complete different person. I gotta be honest with
and
you, Phil. It's all an act, bro. I'm just being honest with you. There's nothing against you or your girl or anything, but we gotta be realistic here. These hoes plan the shit that they do. It's all premeditated, bro. It's all
But you got to also
premeditated.
understand. You got to understand something though. See that those guys don't tell you the full story because at the end of the day, they saw a lot of red tape that they chose to ignore. And I always tell guys, I said, listen, if you're gonna get in a relationship and stuff like that,
You know,
you
a lot
better
of
know that
women,
person is solid. You
with all respect, shout out to you, Phil. Again, shout out to you, and I'm glad you came up. With all due respect, man, a lot of women understand now that guys are starting to be more aware of their bullshit. So basically, what women are doing is they're just putting makeup over their shit. They're just putting a face mask. They're putting makeup over their fuckery. They're hiding the skeletons in their closet. So I know, because that's why I don't personally like the whole argument of, well, you should have, saw how she was, and you should have, see the type of person she is. A lot of women know that argument, so they use that to their advantage. So what they do is, okay, I'm gonna act all nice and goody for a year until we get married, and then when we get married, I'm not gonna fuck this dude anymore. I'm not gonna cook for him anymore. That's what these hoes do. It's called the bait and switch. They all do it.
listen, I
So
listen.
to
I've
me,
got a lot.
they're putting on a facade, brother. Just being honest.
Listen, like I told you. Listen, I even got friends that they're doing really good in their relationships right now. Some of them are married; they're doing pretty good in their relationships. And like I said, at the same time, you said they'll put on a front and stuff like that. Uh, if she's
Yes,
an official woman, if she's an official woman, she gonna love you for you regardless, and nobody gonna come
women do not
between
love
her.
men for men. Women do not love men for men alone. They do not. Women love
Listen,
men for opportunity that arises, not for character, not for being a nice guy, not for being respectful. Women don't give a fuck about that shit. They do not care about that shit. They only care about that shit again once they're in panic mode, aka single motherhood, aka Shadow Tyrone's not hitting them up anymore. Then they're gonna care about all that stuff. It's all an act, man. These hoes know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. It's all an act. It's all a facade, man. I'm just being honest with you.
hey, listen, like I told you, man, like I was saying, at the end of the day, you got to know who you're dealing with. Like I said, I think men should, because think about it, you know, when it comes to we got to start doing better as well, because I think a lot of the
As
times
in
is
what?
a
What should
lot
we
of things,
do?
especially it's been I've noticed a lot. A lot of men are frustrated because they're not getting sex. They have to go over to countries and pay to get something, which made they still miserable because they like, damn, I can't lock down nothing. Then you got the rise of the passport bros. We see them. They
Yeah,
going,
because a
oh, let
lot of
me
these
go
hoes
find a wife. Let me go
a
do
lot of
this.
guys are upset. I'll explain a lot of guys are upset because these dudes are because these women are fucking certain dudes. They're not making rules for them, but they're making rules for the guy that works his ass off, a guy that has a career, a guy that has a car, a guy that has a good head on his shoulders. You don't get shit. Good men get treated like shit the most from females. Let's keep it real, and that is very common in all communities. That's what women do. They treat the good man like shit. So the whole character argument, that's a lie. The whole thing about personality, that's a lie. The whole thing, oh, carry yourself, that's a lie. It's all been debunked. These hoes don't care about that. What women care about is opportunity that arises. And once they see that that opportunity is not there, they're going to hop on to the next guy. These women don't give a fuck about relationships. They just basically want to leech off of you as much as possible. Because again, women have this me mindset. It's always about them. So I don't blame the guys that are upset that they're not getting sex. I'll be upset too. Why the fuck am I taking this bitch out to dinner when this motherfucker don't have to? He's beating her guts out. And the money that I'm paying for her to eat, she's taking the leftovers to feed that nigga. And he's gonna fuck her, and I pay for the fucking meal, and I don't get shit. Does that sound fair to you?
It's not for fear, but at the end of the day, what type of woman? That's why I tell guys, I said, listen, you got to look at what woman is into you, not what you like per se. Who is into you in your spaces? When you walk down the street, you go to your favorite thing. You go to your local gym, anywhere you go, a convention or whatever it is. Who checking for you? That's the biggest thing. Who is checking for you? A lot of guys, they focus on the wrong thing. They be trying to, oh, I need to go ahead and grab this Instagram model. I know she gonna be good for me. No, bozo, you can't do that.
I hear what
You
you're
can't
saying.
do that.
That's half true. That's half true and it's half wrong. Yes, but let's be real. As guys, we want a good looking chick that's a model, right? But Phil, here's where you get it half wrong. Most guys at the end of the day, they're willing to Phil. A lot of dudes are willing to settle with a fat bitch. Come on, more guys are marrying down and settling down with the most average, the most unattractive chicks. Not every guy is going for an Instagram model because a lot of guys are afraid to approach Instagram models. Dudes don't even try like that. They don't.
Because they scared to approach her.
No, because
You
they
know,
know they know they don't have a fucking chance.
that's not
I know
necessarily
that
true.
that is true. So
Bro,
what
I
are they
see
so
ugly
okay?
guys, bro. Busted guys get hot ass women. I've seen it even in my city. I've seen it.
Do you
And
ever
what do
see
they
some of those
have?
guys?
They ain't got no money. They ain't got that money like that. But they damn sure do got a great
That
personality.
the anecdotal evidence is not going to work, Phil. It's not going to work because at the end of the day, even if that's true, there's probably some that he has like drugs or some maybe a lot of money. We got to be real. We got to be realistic, bro. So okay, you say that the men are looking for the wrong thing. Okay, so what do you and the females agree with that the men are doing wrong? Go.
Oh, it's easy. We had a lot of conversations. So one of the biggest things is, that you get females tell me this. They'll say, well, I noticed that I don't see guys approaching like that, and I was telling them, I said, you know, there's two factors to that. A lot of people, a lot of guys, of course, one of our biggest things is guys is fear of rejection. That's number one. Two, of course, a lot of times that with the Me Too era and all that stuff happening, a lot of guys said, I'm not going to risk that and approach. That's number two. And number three, I was telling them that I said, listen, guys, a lot of guys are frustrated and they just don't know how to really talk to women like that, and
Oh my.
and they not trying to get rejected like that. They just don't know how to have a great
Carl,
conversation and be able to say, "Hey, my name is Phil. What's
Carl, I'm
up?
gonna
How
debunk
you
that.
doing?"
I could debunk that whole thing of, oh, these guys don't know how to talk to them. Okay, let's take me for example. I wear glasses. I'm tall. Okay, let's use what you said, right? Okay, these guys don't know how to talk to a female, right? Okay, let's say that me and this Tyrone guy, right? We wear the same clothes, right? And and now remember, he has the better looks, and he's a Tyrone and all that, right? He wears the same clothes. He says the same words as me. And guess what? So how would you approach that? Guess what? He says the same things that I said to her, but guess what? She chose him over me. Why is that?
Well, it's different
Because
because at
guess
the end of the
what?
day,
If you're a Tyrone or a Chad, it don't matter what you say to these hoes. They'll still fuck you. Because guess what? If you're an ugly guy that doesn't talk, or if you're a short guy that doesn't talk, they'll call you weird. But if you're an attractive guy that's a Chad Tyrone that doesn't talk, he's quiet, they'll think you're cute. So that whole, oh, these guys know how to talk, that's bullshit. That's a lie. That's just another excuse for women to choose and pick Chad and Tyrone. Oh, these guys don't know how to talk. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because guess what? A Chad and Tyrone and a regular guy, that regular guy, they can wear the same clothes, they can spit the same old game to the chick, and she'll still choose Chad and Tyrone.
not all the time though, bro. That's what I'm
Yes,
trying to tell you.
yes.
And like I said, if you go up,
And
if you go up and you talk to a woman, like I said, you got to when it comes to women, they not always. If you got a girl that looks just only on looks, she gonna fail every time. Uh, if you got if
bruh,
you're talking to a female
they're
who's
all on looks. Even the fat bitches want a tall, good-looking dude that's in shape, and their fat asses are not in shape at all. All of them
well,
get
let me
focused
ask
on.
let me ask you a question though. So, do you think the woman that I'm with chose me because of my looks, or because of my personality and who I am as a person?
I don't know.
I mean, just answer a question. Do you think? Because for me, I'm a decent looking brother. I ain't got all that super muscles and looking like a Tyrone. I'm not. I'm a decent brother with a great personality. But what do you think? Do you think they chose me for my looks? Now, mind you, my girl she looks 5 star. Jarrell can tell you that. She looks real good. She's solid. But hey,
Yeah, yeah, bro. She's a 10 for sure, for sure, for sure. She is a 10.
Yeah,
and
but I
like
don't
I
see it
said,
with your look.
do you think she told she grabbed me for my looks? Because there was a lot of guys gunning for her. I remember that, and she ignored them.
Well, we got to see it, but I don't want to show your girl to everybody, and then all the other
Right,
stuff.
right, of course.
I mean, that's up to you. But that's personal evidence. So it's anecdotal evidence. Don't mean that's the majority. And even if that's the case, I don't think it's still worth the risk. And it's not. And how do you know it's going to last longer? Are y'all planning to get married or?
Right now, we chilling, man. We're continuing to fill each other out. We're enjoying ourselves and working on each other's goals. So, you know, we're not talking about marriage right now. That's something that's far in the future, man. If that even
So
if that
let me
happens or
ask you
not,
this:
if we decide.
why should men take a risk on losing the resources when they can use that money to invest in stock, real estate, cryptocurrency, retire early, travel the world? Because to me, none of these women to me are worth investing or worth losing half of my stuff over. Because again, we live in a Western culture. Shout out to Ayla Rue. We live in the United States of America, and we live in a culture that doesn't respect men. We live in a feminist country. We live in a democracy. Why should men take a risk in a system that is corrupt? Why should we?
We're
Because
always
like I
taking a
said,
chance.
all these hoes are the same, and I'm still going to have that mindset. They're all the same to me. You don't have to agree, and I understand. But to me, all these hoes are the same. Because at the end of the day, I'll just tell you all this, right? I'd rather be the guy that loses on finding the so-called right one, which doesn't exist, versus taking the risk and lose half of my shit, and then I may kill myself or commit suicide. So I'd rather be the guy that says, you know what, I'm gonna protect my assets. I'm gonna be smart, be wise, and not take the risk. And why deal with one female when you can deal with multiple females? You see what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't
Yeah,
see a
but
point of being in a relationship.
a point of relationship is here's the thing that I was even taught by OGs. They told me that. He said, you know something, you can
And
have all the
how old
money.
is your girl? How old is your girlfriend? If you don't
My
mind me
girl,
asking.
she's the same age as I am, and she's
28.
damn good looking. Yep, yep, she's solid. But I would say this, men always take risk every day. We take risk every day. We go in stocks. Some kind of stock could crash, and we lose our money. That can happen. That has happened. There's evidence to back that up. We've seen this happen before, and they lose all the money that they didn't put into it. We take risks, man. It's all the time. You can have a really solid job. You've been doing good. You've been making money, and just tomorrow they didn't fire you. Be like, God damn, now I gotta go find another job. Now I gotta reinvest and do something again. It's no different. Okay, I dated a woman, she ain't turned out so well. Okay, well, I wasted some time on her.
It
Let
is
me
kind
go
of
ahead and
different.
redo it
It is
again.
kind of different. You see, I don't categorize all risk as the same, because when it comes to females, to me, it's a dumb risk versus stocks. Because at least with stocks, at least you'll get some money from it. Versus when you invest in women, you don't get nothing back out of it. Okay, you may get some pussy. Okay, she may cook for you once in a while, but long term though, it's not going to last. And with a lot of these young dudes getting married today, I predict that their marriages won't even last 3 years. They're gonna get the bitch is gonna cheat on them. She's gonna get bored. She's gonna want different dick. That's just how all these women are. I'm telling you, you may not see it now. You see, what men gotta understand is that women get bored easily. They're gonna want something new. I'm just being honest with you. They have dating sites, thousands of dating sites for women to get dick after dick after dick after dick after dick. These hoes can get dick whenever they want. So why should men take the chance? Not only that, a lot of these women have 20 plus bodies on them. Why should we invest in a chick that's ran through? Why should we do that? Because to me, in my eyes, all of them are ran through to me. To me, a bitch that's 14 years old already has 10 bodies, man, to me. So the stock example, you can't use that example because that's different. Because with stocks, yeah, there's risk in that, but if you're smart and know and understand how stocks work, then you can get a great return. But with females, it's just not. It's not the same. It's a stupid risk to me, in my opinion.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Since if you had the power to eliminate all women on the planet, would you do it? And why
Yes.
would you want to do it?
Why would
And
I want to do it?
another thing, yeah. And another question is,
I don't
when
think they
you
should. I don't
do
think they
that,
should vote. I don't think they should vote or have rights either. I want to say
but
eliminate. Okay, I was reaching. I wouldn't say eliminate. I'll take the rights away. No voting, no rights. We'll be in a full patriarchy.
and then what? Would you start telling men, okay, now you can marry them, or what would you tell men after you eliminated all this stuff? What would you do?
I'm telling you, hey, fellas, do what y'all want. Do what y'all want to do. I'm all about male freedom. I don't give a fuck about these hoes. Do these hoes give a fuck about you? No. Why should we give a fuck about them?
Well, so you're saying once you take away all the things that you know you said that was affecting women and creating all of these bad women. So once you take all that away, you're saying that you wouldn't say, okay, now I can go ahead and get with a woman I like and I'll be good,
Nope.
or you're still gonna
Nope.
talk the same.
Nope. I'm still gonna have the same mindset. Even if I chose to take the rights away, take the right to vote, take the rights away, um, they have to follow certain laws. No, I still don't trust them because it's not genuine. You see, that's why with the
But why
whole
not say
overseas
just
thing,
Thanos snap them?
huh?
Why not just Thanos snap them? That way your problem is solved.
You mean put them to death?
Yeah, just get rid of them. You have the power to get rid of them. You know, why not just get
I'm
rid of
I'm
them so that way?
I'm not gonna go that far because to me it's really not. My thing is that when women today they don't offer us anything. Like what do they really do that benefit us? Like I'm actually a serious question. What have these women done to make us earn our respect? And again, and I just want to point this out. I'm not talking about our mothers. I'm talking about the modern day female. Why should we invest in them? I want to ask you a serious question in the modern woman. Why should we? They haven't done nothing. They treat men like shit. They reject good men all the time. They're shallow as hell. They're evil. They lie on men. They accuse men of bullshit. They set up men to die. They raise shitty kids on their own. Why should we give them the benefit of the doubt? Why should we? Why should we?
Because men love pussy, regardless of what we all think. Men love pussy, and they willing to go to the ends of their to get it. We
Well,
all
guess
know
what?
this. This is how men work. This is
Hey,
how we are.
hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? And if those niggas want to die for that stank pussy bitch, go ahead. Knock yourself out. And they're gonna lose. Knock yourself out. They're not gonna win. A real man goes his own fucking way. Because guess what? I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of these dudes that are married and in relationships today, these niggas get bossed around. Like little dogs with a chain around his neck.
That's because he allows that. He allows
Most
that.
men allow it.
That's the problem.
Bro, no.
That is the
Bro,
problem. You allow that to happen to you.
let me ask you this:
You know.
Do you think women should vote and have rights?
I think even though when it comes to political stuff, I think it just don't mean nothing at the end of the
No,
day because the
okay,
greater
okay,
power to be.
okay. Fuck voting. Do you think women should have rights? Yes or no?
Do I think women should have rights? Um, that's a tricky question because at the end of the day, it's like okay, it's okay. Certain rights, yeah, I agree that they should be able to do certain things. But as
Like
far as taking to the extreme of stuff like that, nah, man, I think it's gotten
their
out of
right,
hand when it comes to.
their rights should be taken away expeditiously. And I don't think they should get welfare. I don't think they should get food stamps. I don't even think they should even get child support. Because guess what?
But
You
who
let
gave that to them?
yeah, it was
Who?
okay. It was the man that did it. Okay, I get what you're
Thank you.
saying.
There we go. There we go. See what I mean? The man, it's on us because we gave them
What do you
those
mean us?
privileges.
Ain't no us. Because guess what? We
As
weren't born at
men,
that time.
we gave it. We as men,
There is no
we
we.
gave them
Those
those
guys back
privileges.
then. We mean we. There is no we. Those guys back in the day
We
did.
but those guys are men though. In general, whatever the past being done, we still going to be held accountable today
How
because
we?
it's still going to affect us today. You know
Okay,
what?
okay, okay. So by your logic, since the Nazis and Hitler killed the Jews, we're responsible for killing the Jews too. By that
Man
logic.
was responsible for that, regardless.
No, 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 no,
Not
no,
the
no, no, no,
not
no,
the
no,
type.
no, 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 no.
Man
You
in
said
general.
we. You said we.
I'm not talking about we as in. Let me clarify. It's not we as in me, you, Jerrell, and the guys that's listening to this channel. We weren't responsible for it, but us as men as a whole was responsible for the things that has happened that that
You know
that
that women
still
were responsible
affect
for.
me, you, and Jerrell today. You know,
We
it
went to
still
wars.
affects us.
You know that we went to wars because of females.
We have because guess what? Our job is what? To provide, to protect. That's our biological destiny. We're providers by nature.
Who said?
That's what we are.
So do you think is I'm asking you a serious question. Do you think it's our job as men to protect and provide for women? Yes or no?
It is our job, whether we like it or not. It
And
is
my
our
fucking
job
job.
because
No, no, it's not. No, it's not. Explain how it's
as
not our job
as
because
as
you
a
see we
man,
can't.
it's our job to protect. Our job is to build, protect. We provide. That's a natural man's. That's a part of us. just like a woman. It's
How's
her
that a
job to be a
progress?
nurturer.
I don't do that. I don't do that. You see, I don't believe that because we were brainwashed to do that. That's why you're saying it, because we were brainwashed to. So you don't
Listen,
think
we
that
can run
that
from
men
our destiny. We all
it's
can
not
run
about
from our destiny.
the bro. There's no destiny. It's
It's our
brainwashing.
biological
It's
destiny, man.
generation. It's not. How is it biological?
Our
Explain.
biological. I mean, because even you mentioned something in the Bible. I said, okay, he knows his stuff. Think about Abraham. What did Father tell him to do? He needs to repopulate the earth because our numbers was down. He had the best. He had one of the greatest jobs of all time. That was solid. You know, and just think about it. You know, our
That's
job is to
Abraham. I'm talking
repopulate.
about now.
I mean, it's still the same thing, even though it's a modern
No,
society. There's nothing old
no.
there's nothing new under the sun. You know, we repeat history all the
So,
time.
so, 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 so let me get this straight. So you think that us men should protect and provide for whores and thoughts? Because
I
almost all
never
these women are
said
whores and
I
thoughts.
never said whores and thoughts. I said woman who.
No, I'm not
So
saying that you're
let me.
saying that. What I'm saying is most of these women today are whores and thoughts and gold diggers. So
But
should
you
we
just
protect and
said
provide for them?
most. You just said most. What about the
To
women that
me,
aren't doing all that?
in my eyes, all of them are. But go ahead. So
Well,
let me ask you. Let me ask you this. So let me so let me ask you this. Let's say that you remember the Titanic story, right? Do you remember the
yeah. So
Titanic story? So let me ask you
absolutely.
a question. Let me ask you a question. So if we were on the Titanic right now and the ship is sinking and there's women and children on the boat, would you sacrifice your life for the women and children? Yes or no?
Absolutely, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. The women
What do
and
you, whoa,
children is
whoa, whoa,
important
whoa, whoa. What do you mean?
for
What do you
our
mean we're
growth.
supposed to
We
be
have
doing?
to do that.
Nope, nope. I'm not doing that. Fuck those
So
women
you
and
mean
children.
it? So you
I'm
mean to
taking
tell
my
me you're gonna allow children, which is of the future, our future, to just go ahead and go by the wayside while you protect yourself? It,
yes.
now, mind you, there's a lot of women and there's a lot of children on that boat. So you
Fuck
can say,
them.
screw them. I'll just
That's
protect
right.
myself.
Screw 'em. Fuck them. Fuck 'em. Yeah, I said it. I'm not protecting shit. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. God bless you, man. If you want to risk your life for them, go ahead. I'm not risking my life for no hoes. I'm not doing it. Fuck that shit.
So not even for the children, the
Nope.
next generation. You're not gonna save them either.
Nope. And I mean it. Fuck them.
Yo, man. Hey,
And
man.
I'm asking
Listen.
this: why is it so? So why do you think it's a rule? We're supposed to. We're supposed to. Says who? Says who?
Listen. I said there's like I was telling Jerrell. I said, listen. There's two choices in life. You either follow your biological destiny, or you chose not to. There's only two choices. That's it.
I'm gonna
You
choose
choose
the
not
life of
to. That's
logic.
fine.
I'm gonna choose the logic of common. I'm gonna choose the destiny of logic, common sense, and reality. I live by logic and common sense, not by emotions.
Well, so you're saying that you're a robot now?
No, it's not being a
As a
robot.
robot, he's only logic, calculative.
No. No, hold on a second. Because guess what? Us men have been brainwashed to be emotional and not think with logic and common sense. Why the hell would us men want to just sacrifice our lives because somebody wrote a book or somebody said, oh, well, real man does this and that. Fuck their opinions. Why should I risk my life for females? Why should I? Because I'm telling you this right now. If we went to World War III, I'm not fine for this country. I'd rather sit in jail. Fuck these hoes.
Which is
Let me
a
ask you
choice
this:
that you
What
can
about
make.
all them? Let me ask you this: What about all the men in Ukraine? So okay, so if you were president of the United States and we were in the war, would you force all men to fight?
Would I force all men to fight? If there's
Yes.
another country threatening us, yes, men got to fight. They got to get out here and do their thing.
I'll tell you this, Mr. President. I ain't fighting. You can put me in jail because I'm not doing it.
All right, that'll be a choice you got to make. At least I'll give you that choice.
Because this is what gets me. I'm sick and tired of the obligations that society has put on men. Men have to protect, men have to provide. But you see society treating men like shit, spitting on men, pissing on men. Enough is enough. Why should we protect these females when they treat men like shit? Why should we? So, man, let me ask you this. So, even though women treat us like shit, should we still protect them?
Even if women as a whole treat us like shit. At the end
Yes.
of the day, like I said, we need women to even survive and repopulate. So we
Nope.
can't.
Nope.
We
Nope.
got to
Because guess
protect the
what?
borders regardless.
Nope. Because if
Regardless,
there was
you
a
know.
choice of, okay, Batman, you survive and those chicks suffer. Fuck. They can suffer. Fuck them. Suffer. They can suffer.
So you would say. So would you go ahead and just be like, okay, we're gonna put all the women in the front lines, and then we're
Yeah.
just gonna
They're so
get rid
independent,
of them,
right?
and
Let
that's
them
it.
fight. They got it all figured out. Yeah. Let them fight. Let them.
Yeah. So you would do that. So just okay,
Yeah.
we put all the women. So what about the men? What about the husbands that are married? You'll put their wives in the risk too,
Oh, the men can
and that's their
chill.
wives that they're married. They're
The men,
married to. You put
to me, the men can chill out and play video games while them hoes fight, since they think they're so strong and better than everybody. Let them bitches figure it out.
yeah, but we're also talking about the married men that loves their wives, and you gonna throw them out there, and they gonna be upset. Now they gonna be willing to wage war. Like, hey,
I
that's
don't
my
care. I don't
wife.
give a
What you
fuck about
doing?
them simps. Married men are fucking simps and beta males. They're losers.
So you saying the OGs that have done it best, like a Denzel Washington, a solid brother. You think he a beta male or simp? That guy has been pretty good. He ain't never got in no trouble, nothing.
I'm
And
talking about now.
he
I'm
was
not.
a
I'm not
player.
talking about a nigga in the '60s. I'm talking about now.
Well, I
So,
mean,
so, 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 so and I'm saying this all due respect. So, do you really believe that it's my job to protect women, a group of women that hate my guts? They want to use me for my money, treat me like shit. These women today treat the average man like trash. So, do you think the average man should protect women, even though these women have treated them like shit? Why should we?
for a regular day thing, just treating just say if a woman that was a whore, right? Let's use your term. So a woman that's a whore on the street, she getting attacked by a couple men, and she already treated you like shit. I mean, she the one that got herself in trouble, so she gonna have to fend for herself on that. You know what I'm saying? But what about an
That's
old
for women
grandma
in
that's trying to
general.
walk the street? If she get beat up, are you gonna protect her? She an
I'll call
old
the
lady.
cops
She
and
just
that's
trying to
it.
walk the street. That's it. So you're not gonna protect her, even though you can actually handle it.
Nope.
Yeah, see, and that's the problem. That's one of the problems that
Hey,
that we men have.
what do you
We're,
mean we
we
as men? Ain't no we. Because here's the
it
thing.
is. We're
'Cause here's
men.
the thing.
We all men
Here's the
on this
thing.
panel, right?
Yeah, we are all men on this planet, but here's the thing: women are not worth
Absolutely.
protecting because they don't give us reasons to protect them anymore. Why should I provide and protect for a female that disrespects me, that treats me like trash? Why should I? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, see that, and that's the thing. Like I said, when it comes to men and women or war, what women is a valuable women and children are a valuable resource because they're the ones who are going to be able to continue to keep things going. So
These
if you don't
women,
have that,
bro,
you're not going to grow.
women lead the nation in child killing. So they're not nurturers like you said they are. They're not. Because if that's the case, why they lead the nation in killing children?
Yeah, like I said, but that's a
Why
privilege
do,
that man
why
gave
do teach their
woman
children? Why do women teach their children that even though he's a boy, that he can be a girl?
because guess what? I guarantee there's not a strong man in that household that's teaching them that. We got to get to the nitty
Whose
gritty
fault
when
is
it comes
that?
to that.
Whose fault is that?
Well, that's both parents' fault at
No,
that point.
no, no.
She got what
I'm
she chose to get with a guy that was a bozo. And guess what
I'm
he
not
did?
blaming the
He used
bozo
her
because
and
he's
got
a
out of
bozo
there.
anyway. Here's the thing. It's all the woman's fault because guess what? Women reject good men all the time. They always do it. It's the same old playbook. Well, I just wasn't feeling him, and oh, he's just not my type. Bullshit. He doesn't make my pussy wet. he doesn't get in trouble like this cute guy does. The guy that gets in trouble makes my coochie wet, not the guy that does good in school. Bro, these women are not worth protecting. They're all whores, they're all thoughts, and they're pieces of shit. So no, I will not protect them. And if I was on the Titanic, I'm getting on that damn boat. Now I'll tell you this though. I'd be like, hey, listen, I'm getting on the boat. I'm leaving. Now, I don't care what the fucking simp say. Oh, you're not a real man. You're not a real man. Guess what? Y'all niggas going to be underwater and my ass is going to be chilling back in the States, chilling, playing video games. So, hey,
Right.
I ain't protecting none of these
Listen.
hoes. Fuck them. And I said on the stream, fuck them. I ain't protecting none of them. Since they're so strong and independent, let them figure it out.
And like I said, listen, you got your own opinion of that, man. I can't front a whole man's opinion or try to change it, man. If you feel like that, absolutely do what you think your destiny is and what you want to do and have your choice. All I just got to tell you is,
Can I ask you this? Do you think I'm hurting myself with that mindset? Go ahead. Do you think I'm making a mistake by not protecting women or want to be in a relationship with them? Do you think I'm making a mistake? Do you think I'm going to regret it?
I definitely think you will. At the end, once you get older, and you like, dang, man, I know I had the opportunity to get something and I didn't.
And can I ask you a question? What about all the men that got divorced raped? Do you think what about all the men that got divorced raped? What about their regrets of saying, damn, I wish I never got married? What about their opinion?
Oh yeah, that opinion matters too because they married the wrong type of woman and got fucked up.
Oh my god! The same. You see, you say that, but guess what? He vented the woman. She was good with him while they were dating. They got married, and all of a sudden, she turned into a freaking demon, bruh. It's like dog. I don't agree with that. Oh, you shouldn't have vetted her. That argument doesn't work because these hoes switch up. They're fucking chameleons, bro. These hoes can switch up on you any minute. So you can't use that argument. It's not.
So are you saying that you couldn't peel back his whole entire time in his relationship and see a lot of faults that he made and he ignored?
I'm not saying the men are perfect, but let's just keep it real though. Who initiates 80% of the divorces though? Who initiates most of the divorces, men or women?
Well, women do for that part, of course. They lead it. They lead divorces. And if you look at the men, and like I said,
what's the number one cause of divorce?
Finesse. There's some that.
What's the number one cause of divorce?
Well, for one, a lot of times it's either he was cheating on me.
No, it's finances. Actually, the number one cause of divorce is finances. These hoes put their hand on the Bible.
I'm almost sure.
They took an oath to God that I'll love my husband for better or worse, or for richer or for poor. They made an oath. And when this man lost his job where he's not making the money, because guess what? And the guys can attest to this. These hoes like to spend a lot of fucking money. 90% of women in the United States are the consumers in this country. These women are leaving their husbands because of finances and also cheating as well. And also, you want to talk about men cheating on their wives. The main reason why men cheat on their husbands, cheat on their wives, is because the bitch is not giving him sex. 50% of marriages are sexless. If my wife is withholding sex from me, I'm going to cheat on that bitch too. So we can't use that. Oh, well, these men are cheating on their wives and all that. Well, these hoes, they're withholding sex from their husbands. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, like I said, I've seen. Yeah, there's people who's married for 10 or 15 years, and their woman's withholding sex from them. They're not doing nothing.
They do it on purpose.
Okay, at that point, yeah, go ahead, step out and get something else. And there's a lot of times too where there's guys who just don't care to fuck their wives after 10 to 15 years because they feel like shit. And they feel like, damn, I still ain't got it. And I still I want something new. So, they can go out because I've even heard there's a lot of men that go overseas and pay for a woman. There's a lot of married men that do that. That's been because, even I'm the thing it is, listen, if you need to go step out and get you something, go do it. Go do your thing. but you better
That's
not
not the right thing to
go
do,
brag
though.
about it,
That's
huh?
cheating, though. That's not the right thing to do.
Hey, listen, it ain't the right thing to do, but men are men. You know, if we want something new, here's the thing: men and women cheat differently. A man, he just see it as I just need something. I need something hit, you know, and keep it pushing. A woman, if she cheats and step outside of her marriage or relationship, it's because the guy, you know, she has to take her emotions out of the relationship in order to deal with another guy. So when she does that, that means your relationship is over. See, a man,
How
he
about
can still
this?
love his woman the
How
same and
about
still
this?
step out.
How about this? Instead of men getting married against relationships, how about they just trick, get the sex, and just be done with it? Because to me, most
But
dudes are getting married
why he
because,
got to pay for it all the time? Why can't he just use his mouthpiece and get some and get out of there?
bro, pussy's not free. Even married men pay for it because guess what? You went to the jewelry store and bought the bitch a $5,000 wedding band. You took that bitch on countless dates. All men pay for pussy, whether it's directly or indirectly. All men pay for
So you
it.
so
And
you're saying that.
eventually, go ahead.
So I was saying, so you're saying that a guy can't, if he just like you were saying to your logic, he should just go and get some and dip out. So
That's
you're
it.
saying a guy
Because
can't just get
guess what?
some
Because here's the thing, though.
by
Here's the
just
thing.
for
Sex is the only thing that women have to offer. Other than that, they're worthless.
I can't say a woman is worthless.
Yeah.
I can't say that
Yes, they
because
are.
that
Okay. Other than sex, what do these hoes give us? Go ahead. Go.
well, sex is one of the biggest things that we want, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
some that there's some not every woman today can cook, but there's some that can cook too. We love to eat every last bit. Nobody ain't gonna doubt that, you know. And
These
also,
hoes can't
you know,
cook. Next. Go ahead.
not all of them, not not all of them can
Bro,
cook, but
bro,
there's some that can.
these bitches cannot cook, bro. They're
Shoot,
trash.
my woman can cook, man. She was set out telling me what she would make. She cooked for me, and she throw down in the kitchen. But she work and she got her own business as well, you know. But you know, you can find that for sure. But like I said, you know, also women are really great at multitasking, really well, but way better than men can do. Men can multitask, but
Yeah, they're
women
really
can
good
really
at
do it.
multitasking on different apps on their phone. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. They are so good at multitasking. See how many likes they got. See how many simps.
Listen, I'm
What
telling you,
the?
they do that too. But at the end of the day, you know, for us, we already know what we want out of the deal. Come on, we can't pretend that we don't know what we want sex, we want some
Here's
food, and we want to chill and relax and flex. That's
women
what
do
we
not
do.
women do not bring men peace in their lives. They don't. Women don't bring
Uh,
peace to men. They don't.
Hey man, if you say that, hey, listen. And right now,
Bro, all these women are
I'm
the
pretty
same,
peaceful.
man. American women are trash. Western women are trash throughout
So
all
are
50
you
states.
saying go get your passport and go over there to cross seas?
No, I don't care about women overseas either. Fuck, I don't care about them.
So you're saying
They're
if you
better.
got if you
I got my
hold on
passport
just
already.
yeah, hold on just a minute, guys.
Oh yeah, Jerrell had to go to work. So in case y'all wondering, yeah, because he had to go. Man, this stream is going on longer than I expected. Fellas, do not get married, man. The anecdotal evidence is not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not. It's just not a good investment. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
Okay, people. Well, people want to ask, does your girlfriend have any kids?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, okay.
She
Old school
she
Tony
does
Carter. Hey,
not.
Batman, can I do a reaction to this video? Yeah, yeah, you can. You can. So what I was saying is, and you're good. So what I'm saying is, bro, American women are trash, bro. Now the whole passport thing, I don't believe in beta buxing in America or overseas. I'm not doing none of that dating shit. No. So even overseas, I still treat women the same.
I do want to ask you this.
Go ahead.
I have a really great relationship when it comes to my woman, and just with talking to women and having friends.
Personal experiences won't count
Or,
because the exception doesn't make the rule, brother. Go ahead.
well, of course. Like I said, that's what I said. I can't tell a man how to get a woman. I can't tell him that because certain things work for other people. What works for me don't work for them. What works for them don't work for me. You know what I mean? I can't do that. All I'm just saying is this. If you want to get some, if you want to dive into something, do it, man. I encourage guys to dive in something. You know, flex out your prostate, man. Take care of your prostate and all that stuff, man. You got to empty
And to
something
be
out,
honest with
man.
you, I don't really care about sex like that, to be honest with you.
Well, let me ask you something. How many times have you got a chance to have sex, throughout your life?
I had sex plenty of times when I was in the military, but I haven't had sex in a while. Actually, 3 years to be in count.
How did you feel when you first had it? Did you love it? Did you hate
It
it?
was a great
What's up?
experience. I love the sex, but I didn't love that these hoes wanted a relationship out of it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No, I don't want no relationship.
All right,
It's wasting my
and that's
time.
fine. That's fine.
I am not. I do not want to be emotionally invested into a female. Hell no.
So what about friends with benefits? We go, we fuck, we might hang out a couple times. That's it.
I would do
Not
that, but
no strings
here's the
attached.
problem. Here's the problem with that, though. Most of the time, women will break the friends with benefits deal and be like, "Oh, what are we? Yeah, it'll be good," but eventually, those hoes are gonna want a relationship because sex brings it brings attachments, if that makes sense. So personally, I would not do no friends with benefits. I would personally, if I want to get it, I'll just find a prostitute or extort, my bad escort, pay for it, and I'm paying her to leave. I don't want to be with the chick overnight. I don't want to hang out with no chick. I just want to get my balls drained and tell her to kick rocks. That's it. I don't want to get to know them. I don't care about their family. I don't give a shit about their stupid degree. I don't care about none of that shit. I really don't.
Which is fine. But you did agree on one thing, and that's listen. I want to get it off. I want to
Yeah. Men love
have some
sex.
fun.
But here's the thing though, just because I love sex don't mean I gotta have it all the time. I haven't had it in 3 years. I don't really care for it like that. Because sex doesn't move me. It doesn't. If men allow sex to control the decisions that they make, then it just shows that the man's not disciplined. I
Well,
live with one.
you should never let that control your mindset of
Well,
doing
a
what you got
lot
to
of
do in self improvement.
bro, 95% of men allow their dick to control them. Let's just keep it real. That's
Well,
the
yeah,
problem.
because they allow that though. You don't have to do that.
I
You can
don't.
be disciplined and still get
You
some.
see, I'm at peace. I'm at peace right now in my life because I'm not dealing with females. I'm monk mode. I don't deal with women at all. I don't fuck with them. I stay away from them.
So you mean tell you don't go to the grocery store and a woman tell you, "Hey, how's your day? How's things going?" What you gonna say? Get away from me.
I'm just gonna ignore them.
So you're not even gonna not speak to them when they say, "Hey, how you
Now,
doing?"
at the
Being a
job, that's
professional.
different because unless it's work related, I'll speak with females. Other than that, I don't want to talk to them hoes because if I'm not getting no ass from it, there's nothing to talk about. I don't want to hear that. Hey, how you doing? My name is Ashley. If I say my name is Batman, I'm not doing that shit. I don't care about that.
Hey
For
man,
real.
listen. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen. It's Interaction is important. I definitely think interaction is definitely important. And I feel like that was lost in the sauce years ago. And when it comes to men and women just being able to
I think
interact.
the best thing for men to do is stay away from these females. I think that'll be the best thing for society is let these
So
hoes
you're
suffer.
suggesting that we wither away without, a trace and just say, hey, listen, don't you dare
I
deal with
think
any woman
what I would say
and just let
is,
us all die.
well, for my peace in mind, yes, I'm willing to let society die for my peace of mind. Yes.
Hmm. Very interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that's right. And I encourage men do not get into relationships or marriages with these females because they're not worth the investment. They're trash. They're fucking garbage.
Hmm. Hey, man. Well, hey, listen. My thing to you, my advice to you. Well, I don't need to say advice because advice is for bozos. My words of wisdom is this. At the end of the day, if you're happy doing what you do
I'm
it,
very
man. For
happy
all
because a
me.
lot of men are in relationships, they're miserable and they're wasting lots of money when they could have used that money to invest into other things that have more value.
For me, hey, listen, I'm having a good time, man, and I love it, man. And for me, I got a chance to because I've been in the red pill space since 2015. That's a long time. I've been in the red pill spaces and stuff like that. And then, I
Man,
think
these red pill dudes, these so-called red pill guys, they're fucking simps. I don't consider
yeah,
myself red
today
pill at all.
they're terrible today. Yeah, I definitely agree with you that today. But back in the day, we used to when we were solo and O'Shea and all of them, we was killing the game. But like nowadays these guys are just lost the sauce, man. The biggest tenet
I want to ask you
of
this though.
is self improvement.
So I still want to ask you this question, a serious question.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
even if a guy gets treated bad or not, let's say that a dude's in high school, right, and the chicks make fun of him, they call him a loser and all that, and then the shooter goes into school, right, and starts shooting. Do you think he should take a bullet for those females that make fun of
So
him?
you're saying so you're saying that the women who made fun of him in school, right?
Yeah, and what happened is that there's a criminal that comes into the building and starts. He's about to shoot. Do you think he should risk his life for those females that made fun of him?
Well, I mean, you got to put it in perspective of thinking it like him. He ain't gonna sit up and do that. You know, you got to think. You got to think like
That's
him.
my point. Why should we save females that don't appreciate what we do, that treat us like shit? Why should we? And using the Titanic example, to me, it's beneath me that I have to protect females. They're not worth
If a,
protecting.
if
I'm
a
not
woman
doing it.
treating you, if a woman treats you bad, screw them, man. Don't worry about them. Let them take care of them.
That's all women. That's
If
the
a woman
majority of
treats you
women.
bad,
The majority, all women treat men like crap. That's a fact. Unless you're Chad and Tyrone, that's a fact.
well, I'm not Chad Tyrone, and I fare pretty well. You know, I do pretty good for myself.
Well, we'll see how long
And
it'll last.
I'm not a
Hey, listen.
Chad
Hey,
Tyrone.
listen. I'm hoping for the best. Here's my point. Right, 99%. Now, to me, all these women are the same. To me, it's like, come on, man. Why take the risk when you can stack your bread and do what you want to do? Why waste your time interacting with these females? How many brothers and sisters do you have? Oh, what are you going to school for? Oh, like why do we need interaction with these females? These females talk about the stupidest shit. TikTok, all these hoes do is make twerking videos on TikTok. That's all these hoes do. They're nothing interesting. They're boring to talk to. They're always on that fucking phone. When I go out and I go to restaurants by myself, these bitches be on their phone while their simp boyfriend is paying for their meal, and that bitch is probably on that phone texting other dudes. That's a waste of fucking time and money. Fuck that shit. I'm not doing that beta ass shit. Dating is dumb. Marriage is dumb. It's a scam. It's a waste of money. You might as well just put all your fucking money in and burn it. You might as well.
Listen. I focus on my finances
And
regardless
also,
whether I got a woman or I don't.
And also, the sands of time, you might as well shake that fucking hourglass. You might as well shake it so more sand can go down because you're wasting time with these hoes. What's the point? Why can't we just live an easy, simple life? We don't need females. They're all the same anyways. They don't bring value to our lives. This is a totally different female. Now, why take the risk?
Because men love woman and men
That's
love
not a great
pussy.
excuse. That's not a great excuse.
It's not a great excuse, but it's the truth. Whether we try to run from it or not, it's the
And you
truth.
know what? Here's the thing. Okay, that's cool. You know what's going to happen? A lot of men are going to fail.
But they willing to do it. That's the thing. They're willing to do it because they love women.
That's why they're stupid.
Even you yourself, you love women, even though you're dealing with them in a different way. It's not a brainwash. It's just a natural. You love the opposite sex. I mean, that's just the way it is.
It's brainwashing.
Now, can you say, "Oh, well, getting married and relationship is brainwash"? I mean, that's up to you to decide that. But you still love to deal with women as far as sexually, right?
I'm thinking about the long term, though. Are they worth the
right?
long term?
I get that, but you just only want to deal with them from a short term perspective, right? You want to deal with them with a short time perspective. I hit, bust off, and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? But you still dealing with women.
But eventually, I might consider being monk for life because I don't deal with them at all. They're just that.
That's your choice, man. That's what you decide, which is totally fine.
And I'll tell you this, Phil, and shout to you, brother. Overall, women are just horrible people. They're not good people, man. They're not good human beings. They're evil people. They're evil.
There's evil men too.
Who raised those?
You seen them guys that shoot up them schools and all that? They evil.
Okay. You want to go there? Who raised those school shooters? Single mothers.
Yeah, single mothers. And guess who? Where was the father at? He got out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying?
Who fucked the father though? Who let the father nut inside her pussy?
Hey, listen, she allowed that because she wanted to deal with that.
Why didn't that single mother choose the good guy in the first place? Why didn't she do it?
Because I'm almost sure that she ran from her natural destiny to be with a man, and whoever her situation was with her parents,
because
that
the bitch
determines
is
how good of a woman is.
No, because the bitch is dumb. That's what it is. Philip,
okay, because what about a woman? Because I've met women who had a strong father in their household, and they've been doing pretty good with how they see the world and see relationships and stuff like that.
They see
and
the
they
world
married.
as,
They got it. They actually got a good.
Women see the world as the candy store. Whatever I want, I take without paying for it. That's the mindset of females. That's how women view the world. They don't give a fuck about morals or being good. They don't care about that. Women will only act good as long as they get something out of it. Women are not morally culpable people. They're not moral whatsoever.
So you're saying a woman who is in a two-parent household who had that strong father in the house who always talked good about their father. You think so? You think she's a piece of garbage?
Yes, the father's a
so
all of them are garbage.
See when I gotta tell you something.
It don't matter if the father is there or not. They're still garbage. They're still whores. You got bitches that were raised in a Christian household, but as soon as they go to college, they're sucking the whole football team's dick. It doesn't matter.
So you're still like I said again. Now I've seen this because I've interacted with a lot of these people. So for me, I've seen I've seen the differences.
Them hoes will tell you anything to your face, but behind closed doors, they're still whores. They'll tell you anything to make you think that they're so innocent and nice. Of course, they're going to sound so appealing to you. Of course they are.
Again, you're saying that my woman is a whore because she's garbage, right?
I mean,
so again.
All of them to me, all of them are the same to me. It is what it is. I'm not taking that risk.
So even if a woman has proven that she is official, she's solid, and she likes you, right? She likes you. You're never gonna even attempt to even date her or nothing.
Nope.
And she likes you. She likes you.
She's not liking me for me.
Okay, man. I see. But like I said, yeah, like I tell you, man, you listen, for all
Phil,
those that
Phil,
are watching,
Phil, you know these chicks are garbage, man. You know they are. Come on,
not all of them. I know that for a fact.
all of them
You
are.
know, not all
It
of
don't
them,
matter.
man.
It don't
And
matter if they're raised in the church. It don't matter if they're raised in 2-parent household. They're all whores. And be real, their dads are fucking simps and cucks. Most of these
some
dudes,
are, some not.
no, most men are fucking simps and cucks. You got a lot of dudes. Their wives are fat as fuck. If you're a married man, if you are a married man and your wife is a fat bitch, you are a fucking cuck. Point blank, period. Because if I was married and my wife was getting fat, I'll tell that bitch, hey, listen, you better lose some fucking weight, or there's gonna be some problems. A lot of men in this country are too fucking weak. Point blank, period. They allow their bitches to run them.
See, that's the
So
problem. We
these
we
women are
got too
trash.
many weak men. We got way too
They
many
don't,
weak men.
here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. Even if the man steps up, the law is not on his side. So it doesn't matter either way. So why take the risk? The laws are against you. You can try
Because
to
at
be
the
like,
end of the
hey, listen,
day,
I run this, but the laws are not on the man's side. So you're fucked either way. So that
at the
whole
end of the
take
day,
control
I
of the
still say this: man still love woman, and he
that's
loves
fine.
pussy.
And that's fine. And these hoes are trash. All of them. They're all garbage. And they're worthless
The
to
man
me.
said, the man said, "Shoot, if they trash, I'm still gonna get mine." You know.
Hey, go get it. And then when you get divorced, rape, then I'm gonna laugh at your dumb ass. That's what I'll tell him.
Hey, see,
You
like I
get an
said, that's
STD,
what I
and then when
said.
you fail, hey, listen, hey, you know what? If these hoes are worth dying for these guys, knock yourself out. I'm gonna be a smart man, not deal with them, stack my bread, and be in peace and harmony. Because I'm all about peace. These women do not bring peace at all. They're terrible. They have bad attitudes. They're unprofessional. Their hygiene is terrible. They're garbage, bro. Why? Can you can't really convince guys in this chat to take these hoes seriously. I don't take them seriously. They are a joke. These hoes are clowns with makeup on their faces, and they're fake as hell. They pretend to be something that they're not. They pretend to act like they pretend to be all goody goody, but in real life, they're fucking assholes. These women are just not good people, Phil. They're not good people, man. They're not. They're evil. All of them are.
Well, I mean,
You
listen,
can't disprove it.
if that's the way you guys are, well, listen, all men and women are evil, can be evil by nature
Yeah,
if they need to be or
yeah,
persuaded to be.
that's true.
Um, I can't just put that all on women because it's men and women. Men and women,
I know
there's
men are
good
evil.
men, there's good women,
Men are
there's
evil
bad
too.
men, there's bad women.
I get that, but we're talking about
We can.
relationships and marriages. And the thing is, women are not worth protecting for. They're not worth dying for. They're not worth spending money for. They're not worth it. And plus, they're ran through. Why should we invest in a chick that's ran through? She has 20 dicks in her. She has a couple kids from different guys. Why? These hoes could have, these women are so dumb. When they were in college, they could have found the right guy, settled down, got married. They would have both had their degrees, have good careers, made good money. But no, these women choose the bad guy. They make bad choices, and we're supposed to protect them. Fuck no. Let them
So let me
suffer.
ask you a question though. Let me ask you a
Okay.
question. So if you was born back in the day with all the OGs and all the, would you get a woman then? Where there was
Nope.
no cell phones, there was no social media,
Nope.
none of that was occurring.
Nope.
But I thought you said those guys were different. Those guys were official. They were getting women. Even the nerdy guys, is you saying that they were
I
getting
don't want to
women.
grow. I gotta be honest with you. The way I am now, I'm not giving this lifestyle up. Even if the
Oh
chick is
no.
good, I still don't want to marry them. No.
Okay. And that's your choice. That's your right.
And
That's
women
your choice.
back in the day, they were cheating too. They were thoughts too. So it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but yeah,
The thing
but
is,
not
the
at the
thing is,
extent
though,
that it
it's not
is
easy.
now.
Well, here's the thing: it's easier to find out than it was back then because guess what? There's a lot of old married couples that are married today in their 90s. The bitch cheated on him. He just some men don't find out at all in life. They don't
And
know.
he probably was stepping out on his woman, and she probably never found out he did that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, man. It is the same thing. Even though they cheat differently, it's the same things. You know.
Here's the thing: in 2023, These women are thoughts. They're all the same, and they're just bad people. You cannot find me one chick that is morally good, that really cares about the betterment of society. These women only look out for themselves. Point blank. Period. They don't give a fuck about the average guy. They don't give a fuck about that. These women are all about me, 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 me. What can I get? It's all about me, 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 me. Why should we protect them? Why should we?
What about us? What are we about? Are we about me, 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 or what we
We
need to
should
do
be.
and how we need?
That's what men should have been in the beginning. We should have been selfish. We should be.
Because we always preach self-improvement, work on yourself, build yourself up, get on your monk mode status. We do the same thing. We talk about me, me,
No,
me. This
no,
is
a
what
lot
we
of
need to do.
no. We were simping. That's what we were doing. We were simping, and a lot of guys are still simping today.
So you're saying get in a relationship is simping, regardless.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Because you're spending money on her, you're wasting time with her, and they're not with the investment. Especially in
What
marriage.
about your parents? What about your parents? You spend money on your parents?
I told my dad that he's a simp. I told him that. I love him.
What did he say?
He was like, okay, and he just laughed. That's it.
Okay. Do you love your mother?
Yes, I do.
Do you protect her? Do you take care of her?
Now, I should have mentioned this. If it's family, then that's different.
But they're still a woman, regardless.
I know where you're trying to go with this, and it's not going to work.
Well, it's not that. It's just the fact that I'm just giving an example. That's a woman that you care about. You will protect. It's the same thing. It's no different. It's just women on the outside.
I don't have to because that's my father's job.
Right, but that's your mama. You love to do nice things for her too, right?
Yeah, but
that's your mother.
I still don't simp though.
Right,
I don't even compliment my mom. I don't even do that anymore.
Why you don't do that anymore? Don't you love her?
Because
say, listen, Mom, you look good.
I don't have to give my mom compliments to love her. I don't have to do that.
Right, but so you not go to say, you know what, thank you, son. I appreciate you. Say, hey, boy, that outfit look good on you.
I've done a lot of great things for my mother. Plenty of great things. She's done a lot of great things for me. But here's the thing: the mother argument is not going to work because I only have one mother. That's it.
Of course.
We're talking about dating relationships. We're talking about dating relationships. We're talking about the modern day female. I'm not talking about your mother, and I'm not going to talk about mine. Let's stick to the topic: marriage and relationships.
Yeah, I'm definitely on with the topic. I'm definitely on that. You know, like I said, at the end of the day, with relationships, listen, guys are going to always do what guys going to do. They're going to.
Guys going to do what they continue to do. They're going to continue to fall into the meat grinder, get chopped up.
Mm-hmm. I just tell guys this.
Because at the end of the day, niggas can do what they want to do because at the end of the day, it's their dick.
Absolutely.
It's their money. They're going to do what they do. And guess what? And when they fail, they will have to deal with that. But a guy like me and others, what we're going to do is we're going to be like, you know what? We're going to stack our bread. We're going to play our games, travel the world, do the fuck we want to do. And that's it. Work out. And that's it. We don't need all that extra mumbo jumbo, falling in love and emotions. I don't care about that shit.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And I say this: do modern women have good moral character? Yes or no? I say no.
I said there are women that does have moral characters. You know,
no, I don't see it.
You got to interact with them in order to see.
I interacted with a lot of women throughout my life, and a lot of them appear to be all good. But then when I see who they truly are, they're fucking evil.
Have you had deep conversation with these women? Have you got a chance to really?
I don't have to have deep conversations with them to know how bad they are. I don't need to know them. Their actions tell the story.
Well, man, you know, like I said, you're always gonna find wolves in sheep's clothing. Don't always.
All of them are wolves in sheep's clothing. That's my point. Is all of them.
Not all of them, brother.
Clothing. Yes, they are.
Not all of them.
Yes, they are.
You know, can I say most in 2023? Yeah.
Nope.
I
say all.
I definitely agree with you on that one, but you know, yeah, I've seen a lot of exceptions to the rule as well. You know, and the other people
Hey,
that I see,
and the so-called exceptions to the rule can still change too. They
exceptions to
will.
the rule can change. But what about the ones that don't?
They will.
But
It's
what if they don't?
automatic.
What if there's ones that don't? Well, then what'll be the
Let me
argument
ask you
there?
this. So
Oh,
let me
they're
ask you
just
this.
pretending.
So let me ask you this. So what if those divorced men didn't get married and they would have kept all their money? What about that?
They kept all the men. They'll just be single and just got a lot of money. But are they going to be, whether they're going to be happy or they're going to like, man, I still want a woman.
Single men,
I still want to get one.
single men. Here's the problem with men today. Men base their value on relationships and females. That's the fucking problem. If men will get out of that mindset, we will live in a better society. Men's mindset should be fuck these hoes. I'm all about getting my bread. I'm all about
But how we
piece of
can live in a
bread.
better society if we say fuck all the women, we just get your money and wither away? How we going to survive and see what's going to be worse?
Bro. Society will be better. Guess what? A lot of dudes are focusing on relationships now and look at society. Look at it.
Yeah, but things are on a decline. Things are on a
Yeah,
decline. Birth rates was on a
because
decline.
because we're doing the whole relationship thing and it's not working. It's not working.
Birth rates are on a decline right now.
Why is
It's
that?
not looking good right now
Why is that?
because the men like the monk bowl guys say, "Hey, we're gonna opt out because screw all these women. Just focus on your
Do you blame
finances,
them? Do you
work out,
blame
play
them?
some video
Do you
games."
blame them?
And
Do you blame
you
them?
say what?
Do you
Do
blame
I
them
blame them?
for going MGTOW because these women ain't shit? They're not.
I don't think that's that. To me personally, back in the day, if you would have told me, I said, "Yeah, man, definitely. I think that's the best thing we should do." But
So you
now,
don't
looking
agree.
at it now,
So
that
you
is the
don't agree
wrong
with
thing
MGTOW.
to
So
do.
you don't agree with men going his own way, not getting married, no children, no cohabitation.
Not anymore. Not
Why?
anymore, man.
Why?
Because I guess, like I told you, as I got older and being in the red pill spaces and learning all those things, like I said, back in the day, I used to be like, yeah, man, guys need to go their own way, stop dealing with women, fuck them, da 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 da. I was that guy
Rub
for
against
a
the feet,
while, and
salute,
then
brother.
you said what?
I was saying salute to Rub against the feet, and salute to all you guys.
Oh
Please
yeah,
like, share, and subscribe to the stream.
yeah, man.
Go ahead.
Tell a friend and tell a friend.
So makes out
But
so a man not getting married because the system is screwed against him. A man not having children because the government leverages the child to take money out of his pocket. That's bad for society. This society is bad in general. Fuck society. This society does not
absolutely,
give a shit about you, and this society does not give a shit about me. So why the fuck do us men should participate in fuckery and get fucked in the ass for no reason? Why should we? Go ahead.
we do have a blueprint though. We've always had a blueprint to do better and be better and do different things, and we've utilized that over time. Now, some guys, they make mistakes and they screw themselves. Some guys, they take things, maximize what they do. Listen, society is fucked up. Of course, it's always going to be on hard mode. The minute you're born, it's
Why do
on
you
hard
care for
mode.
society when this society doesn't care about you? This society
I
don't
don't
give a
care
fuck
about
about you.
society. I just do. I just live and make my money. I
If
don't
you
care
don't care
about
about
what they do.
society, then okay, then men should go their own way. Then I'm asking this:
But they
how
have
we
the choice. They have that
how we
choice.
I'm asking this who I'm asking this who are we specifically hurting if a man says, you know what, I'm going my own way? Who is he hurting?
The only person he'll be hurting is himself, especially if
How's
he
he
if
hurting?
he
Well, so a man decided to stop getting fucked in the butt. He realized that society's against him. He realized that the course is against him. So when he decides to, you know what, I'm gonna do things on my own terms, he's hurting himself when he was getting hurt before. That don't
he
make
was getting
sense.
hurt, he's getting hurt when he say, you know what, I'm just gonna go live in the forest, pinch a tent. I'm not even gonna work anymore. Screw this society.
The word
I'm
says
doing
it's
the
better
thing.
to
Okay.
dwell in the wilderness than deal with a nagging woman. That's what the
But
word
we but
says.
but we teach get your money and all that stuff. So a guy that said, I'm not gonna make no money, I'm just gonna go build a tent and get out of here. I think I'm doing myself a justice. But we always
So
constantly teaching what we
so
should be
let me
doing.
ask you this. So even though things are stacked against us, we should still give these bitches a chance.
You only have what you work with is what you got. Now, if you like I said, there are in bad societies, there's good woman. There's good woman out
No,
there
no, no,
still.
there's not. No, there's no good women.
Hey,
No, you
listen,
can't use that.
if you believe that there isn't, hey, listen, what your solution
A lot
is
of
gonna
men
be? I'm
believe there's
not
a lot
dealing
of
with
good
it.
women, and when they get into a relationship or marriage, they get screwed.
Because they get the wrong woman. They're with the wrong
Oh,
woman. That's like you're saying. These type of guys that get screwed
dude,
are they
dude,
get
dude,
with guy
dude.
woman
How do
that's
you,
no good
let me
for
ask
them.
you this: How do you not know that the women that these dudes married acted all good? Rebel Against the Feet. I'll use him for example. He was married. His wife acted all good and innocent. She acted all nice and the good angel wife. And then as soon as he married her, he started to see her change. Is that his fault that she changed up a couple years later? There's plenty of
I
divorced
guarantee
men.
if you peel back his
Hold on, hold
relationship
on, hold on.
onto the
Hold on.
marriage,
Real quick. This is why I hate the vetting argument. You chose the wrong woman argument because guess what? Us dudes can get a chick right. She acts so good. She acts like an angel. And we bring it to you guys like, hey guys, what do you think? What do you think? And you guys say, man, she's a good one. She's a good one. She's a good one. You get everyone's approval. But then you marry her and then she starts to change to a whole complete person. And when you get divorced, everybody wants to blame you. She was playing an act the whole time. So how can we not assume that all these chicks will do the same shit? These women know about the bait and switch. So you can't say that, oh, you chose the wrong woman. These hoes fake their bullshit. They fake good. They act being good. It's all an act. So we can't use that argument. Oh, you chose the wrong woman. Oh, you didn't vet her good enough. That's bullshit.
so you mean to tell me that he didn't see any red flags from the time that he dated her on up until the
Bro,
time he married?
bro, these chicks hide their fuckery during
Bro,
their dating stage.
they try to hide it, but they a lot of times you
Bro,
can
these
see the
women,
shit, but we choose to ignore it.
women are good at hiding their fuckery. Let's just be real.
They're good
Just
at
like
it, but they slip in their cracks too. And if you ain't paying attention, you're gonna get swept up in the storm. If you're not paying attention, oh, everything is good. Hey man, I told you that girl is no good for you. You're lying to yourself. You're lying. Hey
so let me
man,
get this straight. So if a man gets divorced, he chose wrong.
if he gets divorced by his woman, I guarantee you, like I said, I guarantee he did choose one because I guarantee he probably there's a lot of red flags that was she was already indicating to him that he didn't pick up, and
So
because he
so
didn't pick up, he
so
got destroyed.
so I guess women can't act good for about 2 years when her and the man are dating, right? I guess they can't put. I guess women don't put on an act. I guess so. Women don't do that. So women don't
I
do
never
the
said they
bait and
didn't.
switch.
I said there's woman,
Bro,
there's
all of them
good
do
woman.
that shit. They all do it.
Not all of them do that, man. Not
Oh
all
my
of them do that.
god. Oh
That's what
my
I'm trying to
god.
tell you.
Oh my
There's women that
god.
definitely do that. I agree with you on that. There's women that definitely do that, and then there's
Bro,
women who are
they
genuine
all
at heart.
do
That's
it.
genuine.
Dude, they all do it.
No, bro, not all of them do that, man.
This makes no sense to me.
Because
This makes
there's
no
women
sense
that's
to me.
actually what
So,
men that
so if I
actually
find a chick,
they're doing good.
hold on. So if I find a girl and you meet her and you say, yo, Batman, she's a good one. And I go to everybody else in the chat and you're like, yo, Batman, she's good. She's the one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna marry her. I married this bitch, and then 3 years later, when we have kids, she starts to turn to a complete different person. Is it my fault? So will you have that same energy when I'm in that
If
divorce
you have
room?
guys okaying because they see it instead of saying
No,
let me
no.
talk to her,
Okay,
let me get
forget them. Your approval, since you know how these females work. If I bring you a female, right, and you say that she's good and I marry her and I get divorced, is it my fault? Even
no.
though you
That's
say, that man, she's a good one, is it still my fault?
if I told you she's a good
Because
one
again, you're
and
the
you
one
go
that's
ahead
saying
and
that
marry.
it's not all of them. It's not all of them. Hey, listen, okay. Since you know how these women are, I'll bring a female to you. You said she's good. I marry her and we get divorced. Whose fault is it?
I mean, it's your fault for taking my advice. That's why I say I don't give advice. I just give wisdom. If you took my advice, that's not good. If you took my wisdom, it's good for you. So if
Okay,
I told you, I think
okay.
you should. She's a good woman. Then I
Okay,
failed
no,
you
no, no.
because
Okay, forget advice. Let's go with your wisdom. Okay, let's say your wisdom is Batman. She's the one for you. I'm going by your wisdom.
If I said that, I think she's a really a solid woman. You should take her, and then it all goes south. That's on me because I encourage you to get with her.
No,
Now
no. It's on me at the end of the day because I should have never gotten married in the first place. That's the point.
you should have never got married to her in the first place.
No, to any female in the first place.
Listen, man. Like I said, man, and I would never do that.
You can blame yourself, but here's the thing, though. Okay, you say you're going to blame yourself. Are you going to pay for my divorce fees, my attorney fees? Are you going to pay for the alimony? Are you going to pay for the child support? Because guess what? Saying sorry and that, man, I fucked up, that's not enough to cover the cost of me getting raped in the butt by the courts. The thing is, you know what I would tell you? I should have never gotten married in the first fucking place. That's what I would tell you. I'll be upset at you a little bit, but I'll be mad at myself because I should have never done it in the first place.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, man, and I know I gotta get ready to get out of here, gotta get to work, but I'm gonna give my last words. But at the end of the day, man, listen, if all you guys that's in the chat and everything like that, if you no, I know. It's just conversation. That's all it is, man. I'm good with that. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, if you are one of those guys in the chat that are saying, I do want a relationship, but I need to know, I want to be aware of what I'm doing, you can definitely do that. It's all about, or if you're just a guy that say, listen, I just want to talk to someone, I want to lay it down or something, you can definitely do that, man. Just be yourself, work on yourself, of course, and just start mingling, go to social circles, do different things, man. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised what you find and get. So, that's always my thing. My always take is always going to be, I think men and women are stronger together than they are apart. Society always want to destroy us, destroy our interaction and everything else. They want us to be at war with each other, but, I love bringing people together. And if you like seeing togetherness and unity and stuff, man, definitely check out my podcast, man. It's really good, man. We have a great time over there. And you see a lot of men and women interacting with each other and having a good time. So if you want to see that, man, check out the Last City Radio on Twitch for my P. Carlisle gaming channel. So appreciate y'all, man. I really appreciate that, man. I love these type of talks, man. You get a chance to hear both sides' perspective, and it's definitely an honor, Batman.
That's why I have respect for you, brother. This was a good debate. But I'm gonna say shout out to you, Phil, for coming on. I give you most props for that.
No doubt.
And you take it easy, brother. God bless you, man. And I seriously, I do wish you the best, brother. Good luck. That's all I got to say.
That. Thank you, man. I wish you the best of luck yourself.
Appreciate it. And don't say I didn't warn you, brother.
Hey, we'll see, man. If it all go wrong, I'll make a channel and I'll bring you on and talk about it.
All right, brother. You take it easy.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All righty. All right. First of all, shout out to Phil and shout out to Jerrell. Now, Jerrell went to work. I did not expect it. Man, I did not expect it to go to a debate. And it was a good debate, respectfully. We didn't curse each other out or anything. Salute to Phil. And also salute to all you brothers. I really appreciate all you guys. It's a great honor to make these live streams. And I really do appreciate all you guys. Rebel Against Defeat, we definitely got to do something at the end of the month. I definitely want to interview you. Hopefully we can get Chronicles of AJ and Freaky Jersey Tales up there. And I definitely want to interview 5 Years of Freedom. I definitely want to do that. But I really appreciate all you guys for coming. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I really enjoyed this conversation with Phil. I really enjoyed it. I know it got you guys fired up. And he's not a bad guy, fellas. He's not a bad guy. I met him in person. He's a genuine good dude. You know what I'm saying? We just don't agree on our relationship stuff. So don't hate on the guy. He's a really cool dude. You know what I'm saying? But until next time, fellas, God bless y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Friday. And peace.